night shadows ride. But in the desert winds we hide. Dusty boots and outlaw pride, with my posse by my side. Echoes in the canyon roar, ghostly whispers from before. Wild hearts seeking something more, dancing with fate we adore. Cards played in a smoky room, eyes that hint of cryptic doom. Whiskey burns away the gloom. Road to reckoning resume. Echoes in the canyon roar, ghostly whispers from before. Wild hearts seeking something more, dancing with fate we adore. Night's embrace a velvet cloak, bars and gunfire, phantom smoke. Whistle blows, we feel the stroke of destiny, we dare not joke. Echoes in the canyon roar, ghostly whispers from before. Wild hearts seeking something more, dancing with fate we adore.
Dusty boots on creaky floors, hushed voices behind closed doors, whiskey sour sins confessed, tavern bustling more or less. Candles flicker, shadows play, murmured secrets night and day. Cards and poker chips collide, schemes and plans they try to hide. Shadows dance on wooden walls, laughter echoes through the halls. Men in dark suits whisper low, what they plot you'll never know. Pistol gleam in dim-lit room, danger lurks amidst the gloom. Villains meet in corners tight, shadows deepen with the night. Lonesome fiddle tunes they sway, lost souls wander night to day. Rich or poor from far and wide, everyone's got something to hide. Shadows dance on wooden walls. Laughter echoes through the halls. Men in dark suits whisper low. What they plot you'll never know. Years tangle like silk threads tight, lost in the bend of a shadowed night. Echoes whirl like ghostly rhyme, spinning me wild through labyrinth time. Forgotten faces glance, then stray. Hands of clocks don't ever play. On the edge of dusk to dawn, in the twist of time I've been drawn. Tumble through that ragged trance, in this strange and wicked dance. Timeless halls and crooked smiles wander here for endless miles. Midnight chimes, a haunting call, in the blur where moments fall. Every tick a crack so deep, memories I've failed to keep. Fleeting whispers chase the winds, where the past and future blend. Caught between each striking beat, in the churn of time's heartbeat. Back and forth in this parade, days and nights begin to fade, drifting like a phantom's tear. Round and round the years are near.
Hey everyone, it's us. And it's me, it's Commodore Z, your tabletop RPG storyteller du jour. How's everyone doing tonight? We're doing great. We're trying this again. We were interrupted last time. We were maybe halfway through, but this is the finale. I promise this time. A Werewolf the Apocalypse.
You didn't break the promise last time. It wasn't your fault.
It totally wasn't.
Wasn't your fault.
Werewolf the Apocalypse, 5th edition, Rage over Lake Blackwater. How is everyone doing tonight? Pitterate, welcome. Welcome, Mr. Tyler Bravo. Hello, Chaotic.
Doing good.
Hello, everybody. Keywork Savior, thank you for the resubs, Nerded Art and Keywork Savior. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Commodore Zed. I am your storyteller. This is the game that started it all. Werewolf, the Apocalypse for us on our journey, and we've spread out to many different things. We've had many different games. We've evolved. We've lost players. We've gained players. Here we are. We're finally at our finale. We're going to pick it up here. I'm going to pass it on real quick to Song of Ashes, a.k.a. Team Wildwood. To remind us about your character a little bit. We're going to...
Well, it started back in 20... Yeah, right.
2025. No, 2024.
Four score
2024.
and 7 years ago.
November.
Yeah, I was starting to be a musician, local bars and stuff like that, and it's changed. Got ourselves thrown back in time, so I'm living life, but we're working our way back home. We're trying to get this thing back up to 88 miles per hour and get ourselves back where we need to be.
Team Wildwood streams. He's got a great stream. Streams some great retro games.
I do stream. I swear it happens.
It does happen. We were just talking about it, but when he does stream, it's a fantastic stream, and everyone needs to be following Team Wildwood. So if anybody wants to, Keywork, if you want to give a shout out to Team Wildwood or any of my other mods, feel free. Give a Team Wildwood a shout out. Then we're followed up by Nerdwire Plays, another great friend of the channel, great cast member, wonderful friend. How you doing, buddy?
No, you. No, I am doing well. Zed already said I'm Nerdwire Plays. I play a lot of games, more often offline here lately than online, but I do also, in fact, sometimes stream. So eventually you can tune into something. Mostly a Nintendo and retro focused gamer and streamer. But I'm playing Elwyn Bell. The man has turned into an absolute wild card. Just kind of jumping at every single, oh, this is a sign. He used to be hyper religious, and now he's given up on that, and he's ready to kill and gunsling. And I shift to Krenos is his motto. So it's last session. We were prepping our way to go and do some things. We got clothes. We got a hotel stay. Well, we didn't quite get clothes, but I'm living on the edge because we're walking into a vampire salon of clothing, and I don't want to go in there, but I'm gonna kill him. But no, that's who I'm playing right now. So Elwyn Bell.
Excellent. Now we're also joined by another good friend of mine. I am Tenderly. You know her from her wonderful Sisterhood Saturdays, her wonderful cozy streams all week long, the wonderful games she plays, and the wonderful company she keeps. She is our absolute, complete matron of comfort, and she plays Tindy Shadowheart. How are you doing today? If that introduction was to your liking, I hope it was.
Oh, I love you, Zed. Yeah, like Zed said, he is Tenderly, but so am I, because we are Tenderly.
Oh, it's been
I stream too much. I stream more than everybody else here, combined. I live on Twitch. But I'm doing well. I've had a good weekend so far. If you're in the U.S., love on your mothers this weekend if you were fortunate enough to have a good one. If you're not new here, then you should be able to see that I am sporting some new stuff. And I play Shadowheart.
It's the Kuromi sweater.
Yeah, it's the Kuromi sweater. I got a jersey.
You're saying Kuromi, not Chromies.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Not the Chromies. I don't know that we should even be saying that out loud in 2025. It sounds like a slur.
I was asking what you were saying. Okay.
Kuromi, which is a impish cat creature of adorableness. Truly my spirit animal. But no, I play Shadowheart, who she's been really fun. She's just, she was born a wolf and she's still just wild at heart, and she doesn't know what she's doing, but she's just now trying to have a little fun with these two legs and
fun with these two legs.
With these two legs. Her two legs. She's been trying.
We are your two legs. What are you meaning?
She's been trying to do some dancing. She's not very good at it, but she's trying. She's learning how to move on two legs. She's feeling it, trying to at least. And she still can't read or do math. and Elwyn gave her $20 and told her to go find lodgings. And so she went and she slapped her $20 down on this fancy counter and asked if this was enough to have a room. And yeah, so she's good to go. She doesn't know what's going on with them, but she's going to be living the high life if they ever make it back to the hotel room that she found.
And you are staying
know
in
where
a
the
very
hotel room
nice
is.
hotel room.
Very nice, very
A
nice.
very nice hotel room. You did very well for yourself.
And I sent for their very best.
You overpaid.
I don't know what numbers are. And I sent for their very best, room servant person.
Very best room servant person. Fantastic. All right. So where we last left off, our intrepid men were stepping into a clothing store, one they believed to have been owned by a vampire.
I did not know
At
that
least
part.
one of us believes it.
Well, at least
Yeah.
one of you
Doesn't
believes.
like
Yeah.
Hey,
Highly
you're
European
believe
pale
a lot
man at
more
the
now.
counter.
European man at the counter, dressed well, is waiting for you to enter the building. Or we can skip ahead. It's up to you.
Oh no.
To be fair, I'm trying to remember like what all my impulses were. The way we
Right.
cut off, I had all my.
So you were
had all
really
my clothes
upset
steamed.
at the other guy for saying that he makes good clothes but doesn't make clothes that would turn heads, and you were mad at what he was charging for his clothes that would not turn heads, and you insisted on going across the street and insulting the man at the last store we went to. So that's what your mindset was.
I was gonna insult the man at the last store.
You did insult the man at the last store and said, well, we're going to take our business across the street where
Because
they
he
do
told me
turn
to,
heads.
right?
Well,
Well,
kind
that's the
of.
thing. Yeah. Okay, exactly. See, it's been just long enough.
It's
for
just
this
been
specific
long enough.
conversation.
I didn't
stood
watch
there.
the VODs.
I stood there wondering, why is he doing this? What is going on? But I'm going to follow the leader.
Well,
so-
the thing I'm doing here to get you up to speed is trying. The guy that didn't want to get us the upgrade to first class said because we didn't look like
Yeah, we
first
First
class.
class. You didn't
and
look,
we
you
don't
didn't
smell
look
like first class
We
either.
didn't smell like first class. We already know.
Guess
we
guess
said,
who's going to smell like first class?
exactly. See,
Not
so
if you
we-
put those same clothes back on if we don't make it back to the hotel.
Exactly. We have business. And it's an important thing we need to get done here.
It is.
However,
it is.
I don't know. I still don't know how we're gonna make it happen. Yeah, like no.
No, we have money. We have money.
We have money.
We have enough money to buy what
So what
we
was
need.
wrong? What was wrong at the first place?
You did because they didn't make clothes that would turn heads. You wanted to leave an impression.
Well, are,
Yeah,
we ready,
you-
are we ready to begin?
Yeah, to
I
be
don't know.
fair-
He's still
Get into
trying to figure this. He's trying to
Well,
figure out his
To be
motivations.
fair,
Okay.
last time what you said was you didn't want to look average. You wanted to look fetch.
Yeah.
And the
Essentially.
guy told you if you wanted to look fetch, you needed to go over there. And you said, "Fine, I'm going over there."
But then
Very
over there,
indignantly.
the guy over
We
there
didn't
was
make
like,
it
"I
yet.
can't make you look fetch either."
No, we haven't made it there yet. We literally had just walked into
And
the
I
store.
got interrupted as you were walking into the store.
But it's the same story. We've walked into the store first, though, right?
No,
Nope.
no.
I
No.
started to,
Okay.
and you pulled me out of it.
Okay. Yes. All right. So that's what we're doing. We're going into
No,
this.
no
goddamn store.
nickel ass mass produced bullshit is going to get us in first class or something to that effect. I remember that. Thank you, Shrion.
That's what I needed. Let's
All
get
right.
this thing. I'm ready.
All
to
right,
get this.
so tucked discreetly on a shaded stretch of McDougal Street, where gas lamps burned low and the cobbles seemed to hush under carriage wheels, stands Vincenzo d'Amour's Altiere, a bespoke tailor's shop of understated elegance and unsettling permanence. The exterior, a narrow brownstone with ivy curtain its right iron fences, bears a simple brass plate. V. d'Amour, clothier of distinction.
Okay.
So last session, you walked
Definitely
in
coming back to
first.
Okay.
You walked in first, and I said, I'm going to stay by the door with my guns near my hands.
That's
Or
right.
my
and I
hands
told
near
you
my
to
guns.
Watch guard at the door.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sliding back into my body.
Okay.
All right, let's do this thing.
Your innie loves playing retro video games. throw to
As
severance
you
right now.
inside the shop is cathedral quiet. Warm gaslight plays off walnut-paneled walls, crimson velvet drapes, and displayed mannequins clothed in European finery decades ahead of American fashion. French tweeds, Neapolitan lapels, hand-stitched silk linings, and the scent of lavender, cedar oil, and heavy blood barely masked by the cologne. You're received by the time by appointment only, as you see a book. You need to write your name to make an appointment. But you see it's open. There's an opening right now.
Oh, that's excellent. I'm gonna walk over, jot my name down in the book.
As you finish jotting your name down in the book, you hear an "excuse me" from behind you.
Yes.
And a tall, pale man steps out from behind a curtain. He's dressed in a fine tweed outfit. Doesn't look... to you, he seems old-fashioned. To everyone else, he's well ahead of his time. And there are gunshots outside my house. I don't know what is going on.
Oh, jeez.
Get that blicky blicky! Do you live in a good neighborhood, or?
Very good neighborhood. Sounds like an invasion.
It could be fireworks. We're close to July.
Could be. Okay, that's weird. Anyway,
It is weird.
how may I help you? The man says. His hair slicked
yes.
back. He's uglier than you would expect. Hold on one second. My dog wants to come in because of the fireworks.
Does he look
that checks
first
out.
class?
And Nern, you were not here as early as the rest of us. I told Zed that he should not have overscripted this because no matter what he planned, you would derail.
I'm just standing there.
Yeah.
All right, so
He hasn't had a chance to derail
excuse me.
yet.
The man says, hair slicked back.
Yes. Good afternoon.
How may I help you? The sun is down. The sun has gone down. The moon has come up.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. I just jotting my name down here in the book, hoping to snag an appointment. It does look like you might have a free spot right now, though.
He says, yes, I do. And you are looking for...
I'm looking for some fine clothing is what I'm looking for.
He looks you up. He looks you down. He was like, take it you have money?
I have a bit of money, yes. And I'm hoping to do a little bit of bartering as well. I'm a traveling musician and on the railroad right now, and I have my dancer in town and a bit of what is essentially a bodyguard, as you can understand by the word. And we've had a bit of an issue with a man just walked up to us in our train and stole our luggage from us and ran off. It's like, who does that? It's just stealing luggage right from your lap on the train. But we lost all of our outfits. I'm looking to pay and hoping to show off a name of someone that maybe can sort of the visuals of our band, something that would turn some heads, something's new, that's something that pushes the envelope like my music does. And I'm hoping to maybe work something out. And you look to be the place. The gentleman across the way said he couldn't turn heads if I paid him. So
He looks at you for a moment, cocks his head to the side. He looks out the door to the man with visible firearms. He looks to you. Is this an extortion attempt, sir?
no. I just, when you become a popular musician and you're doing a new type of sound, you tend to rub the feathers of the older style, and we just keep bumping into problems. He's just merely here for my safety.
And you have money?
I do.
And he then step forward, and he pulls out a measuring tape. And he's getting ready. And he offers to measure you and to see what he's got off. He has clothing on offer, but he's going to need to tailor it. He goes, "What are you interested in?"
Just looking for something to turn heads, something something that someone will ask me the name of who made this, where I got this clothing. I could be wearing just anything to play music, but I want to, we like I said, we lost our clothing. I might as well start fresh, and if I'm going to start fresh, I might as well take it up a notch. Time to bring in more fashion to the stage. And I'm going to be traveling on the rail line, so please spread word of a of a tailor with a unique style. I also have a beautiful woman
I
that
only accept
dances.
cash. You don't need to keep talking about it.
All right. Well, I will get as much clothing as I can for what cash I have.
Okay, so he starts putting it together. He measures you out. He puts together a nice, fine tweed suit. One. And he signs out the bill. He slides it out to you. And according to all my sources in front of me, it comes out to $1,871. $125.
Oh my! I think we can only afford my suit, is what I'm hearing here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's a fine suit. You're wearing it. Oh, you're already wearing it.
Oh, he's already dressed me in this fine suit?
He's had to fit it, and he's doing alterations to it while you're wearing it. He's doing the work. He's getting awful close.
I definitely don't want to shift to Kreno, so that'll ruin it.
Oh my
goodness! He's getting
goodness.
measured, Elwin Bell.
Yeah, man,
I'm just watching the man. I'm just watching the man.
Well, he's pulled him out. He's not doing it right out in the open. He's kind of pulled him.
I'm his bodyguard. I've went to wherever it is. I'm watching the man, and I'm watching my man. that's
He's got
what
to
I'm
see
doing.
my body to guard
Ooh
it.
la la.
Yeah, I'm watching the man, and I'm watching my man. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
All right, so he's measuring him out.
Dress.
He's
measuring
him the
him.
price. Will you be pay? How will you be paying for this?
Cash.
Credit.
Credit.
I'm sorry.
I did
Charge
not say
it.
that.
Hobo,
Sorry, I
Charge
coughed.
it.
Excuse me. Credit.
Will you be wearing it out?
I suppose.
All right, so he takes the cash. He just takes it. You've got a fine suit. You don't know how much money you have left to buy first class tickets now, but you now
We already have the tickets.
You already have the tickets, and now you have way first class suit.
We're trying to get those tickets upgraded to first class.
That's right. You have second class. You're trying to get them upgraded.
Yeah. I got notes, and now I got some swag, and I have another ace down my sleeve. But we probably should roleplay it quick. If it's not a chance of happening, and we want to get to the up. All right.
So you head back. So everyone,
I don't want to kill the man.
Our adventure in
Or
New York
address.
City. What the hell? Someone send me another spider?
Wildwood stops mailing the man spiders.
It's Spider Mean over there.
Spider Mean. All right, so you're heading to the train station. We're gonna get through New York City. You get your upgrade to first class.
Oh, okay.
Clearly, because Shadowheart and Elwyn did not go up to the counter with him because we still don't look or smell like first class. Well, Shadowheart does.
Hey, I smell Wondermiss. I spent the night in the most fanciest hotel that the town had to offer, and I had myself a nice lay down in this indoor
Did we
plumbing
spend the night on the
bathtub.
streets?
Yeah, did we too?
How did we find the hotel? Because she went off on her own and never came to get us.
She held out the window. She did it out.
No,
out the window.
because I sent for their finest house room dude, and he brought me all the smell goods, and he drew me a bath, and then I told him about these two apes that I'm with, and told him to go stand outside and look for these two apes. And when he saw you,
There were 4 apes.
Whatever.
5 apes.
I can't count. And
You know 2 legs.
That's it. I can count legs.
This many 2 legs.
Exactly, just like that. So I sent him outside to take and look for the apes that I described to him, and when he saw y'all wandering the streets looking lost, he brought you in.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I can accept that. I accept
I'm
this.
in. We're in.
You're welcome.
I accept this. This is believable.
And when you came into the hotel, you found me just
Nude in a bathtub.
In a bathtub, exactly. Having myself the most fanciest bubble bath I've ever had.
Well, you also told her to find the fanciest place
You did.
there was. And
Yes.
Yes. It would be pretty evident where it was when you finally got back to Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
Okay. I can accept this too.
All
It's
right,
that
so
fancy. Gotcha.
you've taken baths, you've cleaned up,
Yes.
you look the part. You have
Yes.
to pay, but you do get upgraded to first class.
Now, my plan was to play a song at the local tavern that hyped the shit out of the guy at the ticket booth, talking about how he has the sickest parties and he's just a good dude and he's helped out the community and just hype man the shit out of this guy. So when I showed up the next fucking day, he would have gotten so much attention. Those first class tickets were virtually gone.
Roll it.
All right, so we're gonna roll it. Your rage.
Okay, yes, let's get
I
it.
knew this was gonna happen.
Your rage is
So I had to
free.
roll it.
You're still stuck in the past. Things
still
haven't
angry?
been working out. Your rage is a 3.
Oh, I was at a 1, so okay, this has been a frustrating situation, but
Been
it's about to
frustrating
culminate right now.
Yep. You're
I'm
in a
getting my
local
looks.
tavern just off of Fifth Avenue.
Okay, I'm getting my looks in here. I'm looking good right now, and
You're
I
looking
would like to point out that I'm a 4 out of 5 star looking good.
So that's a
Goodness
plus
is
2.
lucky.
That's a plus 2.
That's a 2. Okay,
Ooh.
then
Yeah, 3 rage. Come on. Don't brutally fail.
I'm waiting for the brutal failure.
right.
Whoa.
Oh, no brutal failure. No brutal failure.
But plenty of successes. But that
Uh-huh.
was...
Yes.
So as you play, you rate exactly hardly working. He just murders the piano. He just murders it with a song that just comes out of the heart.
It's passionate. Very.
It's
yeah. from my
passion. He
heart.
talks about how the ticket taker, Toby the ticket taker,
Yeah, takes
It's-
care.
takes care of
tickets.
everything. Has the best parties.
Wow.
Is the big swingingest of them all.
Yes.
The
You nailed
biggest
it.
swinger
You got
of 'em all.
exactly-
Biggest swinger
Yeah.
of them all. He's
I want
he's
this
a
guy to
righteous.
just,
He's a
like-
completely righteous dude. He just
I
thinks
just looked
he
this
just
over,
is
like-
couched in the language of of 2025 because you don't understand how people talk. In 1981, so I want you to improvise a quick
Yes.
few bars
Yes.
for me
Oh,
about Toby the ticket taker.
Toby the ticket taker taking care of man. Toby the ticket taker, he'll do it if he can. Toby the ticket taker, partying all night long. Listen to me, Toby, because I sang this fucking song.
Yes,
Oh my
fantastic. And
goodness.
with your
And applaud.
seven successes, you you push the people over the edge into wild abandon. There's dancing, there's yipping, there's yapping, and you do not accidentally, like you did in the very first night of Rage over Lake Blackwater,
Oh, wow. Oh, that would have been just...
have a brutal
I almost
failure
wish I
and
would've.
Then I convince
exchange.
everybody it's a magician act.
What's up, Haggard? All right, so you
Go
play
ahead.
through. So you play through the night, and as you arrive in the morning to the ticket taker, you see he's got a big smile on his face, and he upgrades your tickets to first class. No additional cost.
Boom.
There it is. We did it.
We have $5. Let's go.
Make you holla.
From the window of a first-class train cabin, the world begins to change as the locomotive rolls northward from New York City. The hustle and press of the industrial East fades, giving way to the brooding wilderness of upstate New York. Yet even amid the vastness of the forested hills and frigid lakes, there is tension in the air, as if the land itself remembers blood. You sip warmed brandy from crystal, watching soot and pine needles whip past glass, your reflection merging with dark evergreens and bursts of snow. The train car rocks gently, rhythmically as telegraph lines blur into the tree line like spider silk across sacred wilderness. By the time the train slows near Lake Blackwater, a new silence creeps in. Not the pastoral hush of countryside, but more of a haunted stillness. The lake looms wide and iron gray. I just lost my place in my script. Oh my god. By the time the train slows near Lake Blackwater, the new silence creeps in. Not the pastoral hush of the countryside, but a more haunted stillness. The lake looms wide and iron gray, rimmed by half-frozen reeds and frog-cloaked shores. Crumbling Civil War era fortifications, half swallowed by moss and ivy, stand vigil in the middle of the lake, rotting teeth. The conductor nods politely as he announces to stop, but there's a hesitation in his voice as though the name Blackwater carries an old debt. You catch glimpses of locals on the platform, pale, tight-lipped, clad in long coats and shawls despite the still air. Even the porter seems eager to offload baggage and return inside. Yes, pale. The town of Lake Blackwater sits nestled in pine-shadowed hills and old logging trails, a place out of step with the centuries' relentless advance. Smoke curls from the chimneys that look older than the railroad itself, and the streets are lined with cobbles slick with meltwater and muck. There's a courthouse of stern brick, a church with tilted steeple, and a train depot that seems built more to observe than to welcome. Locals say the lake is deep enough to hide anything, and the chill in your bones is any warning you suspect it already has. Where would you like to go? Conspicuous by its absence is the Getaway Lodge. Does not exist in 1871.
Crazy to think we're back here. How far do you guys reckon it is back to our old spot?
I'm gonna spend a willpower to be able to have my sharpened senses.
Okay.
And I want to observe if there is anything worth seeing in here that will give me an idea of our location.
The railway station is along what would become the main drive.
Is this 22? Like the 22?
Yeah,
Route 22?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, it could be, just based on location alone, it could be, 20 miles.
We're needing to get to the cairn, correct?
That's our thought. Yeah.
That's the end point.
We have our stone. To the best of our knowledge, we know the ritual.
We need something of value.
I'm valuable.
Okay, we'll just sacrifice Shadowheart.
No. I didn't say you could sacrifice me, though.
Or Orin looks
I look at Orin.
We have the Orin looks to you and says, "We have the Pathstone. That's valuable."
Can't sacrifice the Pathstone to the Pathstone.
But what if there's already a Pathstone at the cairn?
That's a good point.
You can always go check it.
I suppose if there's not a Pathstone at the cairn, we can look in.
But if there's a cairn, there also might be a pack of wolves here already. Or Orin says.
Feels like we need to get to the cairn.
If they're anything like the ones out in Old West, they want us gone as fast as we want to be gone.
We have quite a tail, though. I think given what we have, and it's too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go talk to them.
If they're here,
there might not even be anyone there.
Yeah.
Now there is slight snow left on the ground because you got to remember this is still early April for y'all.
Okay.
It's not beginning of May.
Right.
It's still early April. There's
more condensed time frame.
More condensed time frame. There is snow on the ground still. Global warming hasn't hit yet.
Longer winters. I mean, our best bet's find a nice secluded place out of the eyes of these people around and shift to Lupus at least. Hit the woods. Keep the tree line on the roadway.
There isn't much of a roadway.
It's just dirt, right?
It's just dirt. Yeah.
It's very traveled though, to the point we would know it's a road, right?
It's not much of a town.
Oh,
It's not much of a town. It's a stop along the railway to Montreal.
okay.
It's got like logging trucks and stuff, right?
Montreal.
No.
Well, I
Trucks.
guess logging, carts, I
Logging
guess.
horse and carts. Horse and buggies.
However, I'm assuming that's
There is fishing on the lake. The biggest industry that you can see is Sorensen's fishing.
okay.
I could ask if they could just point us the direction before we shift and start walking. There's somebody here working, right?
Well, we just got off the train. Yeah, asking directions is pretty standard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask. So I've noticed Sorensen's. I've observed that is here. So I'm gonna find anybody, who seems approachable, who seems local.
All right, so you notice mulling around the general store. There is a blonde-haired man, large, probably about 6'3".
I said approachable.
He's approachable.
That man seems imposing.
He's not imposing. He doesn't look like he's a tough guy. He's just big.
Oh, he's big teddy bear. Okay,
He's
I
not a
got you.
big I wouldn't say he's a big teddy bear, but he's a big guy. And he's wearing denim, which is not unusual for this time period at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees you approaching. He turns around. He's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
yarp."
Hello there, my good man. I'm just got off the train here, and we're looking for Sorensen's. We're looking to do possibly try to get into a little bit of fishing, new around town, seeing if we can pick up some jobs. You know about where Lake Blackwater is?
Well,
Or
the
could you
lake's
point me
just
in that
over-
direction?
Yeah, he points to the massive lake.
Oh, we're close.
to the massive black lake.
Oh, I see it now.
Sorry, I couldn't see the forest for the trees or the lake for the water, mind you.
Yeah, I'm Jorgen Sorensen. How can I help you?
Jorgen, it is nice to meet you. We're just kind of passing through. That was my only question. I appreciate you, brother. I don't know what to do with this information now because we're already so close to the lake, even though my sharpened senses would have told me that.
You remember how huge the lake was and where the...
It was. I just didn't know it was that close. We're looking for Jorgen.
Yeah.
As I
We're
started to
looking
turn
for
away and
Jorgen?
walk. I turned and I started walking away, and then I turned back around and I said Jorgen to get his attention again because I'm sure he was weirded out by the fact that I kind of turned and started to walk and then turned back. There's an old Civil War fort that's around here on an island. You familiar with that?
Do you mean the Revolutionary War fort?
Yeah.
Yeah. We see that island. Why? What do you ask about it?
Well, figured we'd do a little bit of sightseeing
Sightseeing.
while we were around.
We heard there's good fishing in that area.
Be surprised there's no fishing in that area at all.
Well, we heard
The
wrong,
island's
I guess.
cursed. We don't go by the island.
Oh, well, then how do you know the fishing's not good there?
Because that's why we don't go around it, because the fishing's bad.
Hold
It's
on.
Cursed.
Was it cursed?
Did you say cursed, Jorgen?
Cursed.
Like ghosts and ghouls and spirits, blah, cursed? Or like, I don't know, sad stories cursed?
Yeah, like there's no good fish there for.
He looks to the left. He looks to the right. Kind of leans in. He goes, "You don't know what happened out there, do you?"
Just got here.
He goes, "Way back when, 1777. Big battle of Lake Blackwater. British came through, slaughtered everyone on the island. And then they disappeared. Just vanished.
The British?
The British
Fish?
disappeared.
The fish. The British took the fish.
When the rebels went back to see what happened, they found the British all festooned up, all stretched out, guts like garland. Our place has been haunted ever since.
Anybody go out there?
No one goes out there.
That sounds like an adventure to me.
Yeah, maybe some good fishing too.
Can you point me in the direction of that?
You got a boat?
Not yet, but I got a couple bucks. We could probably pay a good fella to ferry us over.
I doubt it.
Or rent a boat.
Rent a boat. You need to have
Sorry.
a pilot a boat?
Oh, yeah. Depends on the boat. I grew up rowing with my daddy.
We from the south.
Can't you tell? Also,
why I'm
aren't you from the east?
We don't take kind of the Mason-Dixon line around here.
All right, Jorgen the Swede. I'm just saying, I grew up rowing a boat. I know how to go. You got one?
He looks over the island, and he just points into the distance.
You ain't even gonna look over there? You that scared?
He just points it toward the lake. He goes, "It's out there. You can't miss it."
About how far is all I'm asking.
Well, you can see it.
Oh, so I'm
there it
close
is.
enough to see that too.
No, you
I
have
squint a little bit. I gotcha.
Oh, that's true. It is a little foggy. I can see it, but no one else can. Okay.
You can pull it
All
out.
right.
You have that Superman telescopic vision right now.
There we go. Well, Jorgen, do you do any fishing yourself?
Yeah.
How much could I pay you to rent your boat?
$10 a day.
I should only need it for one.
Do you have $10?
Yeah.
Show me your $10.
Pull out what I got left. Count it up. I don't know how much money I actually do have. But here's the deal. I'm only going to need it for a few hours. I'll give you $10. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 5, and I take the pistol that's on my hip. And I said, and I'll give you this too.
How threateningly do you say that?
Gently.
Gently.
Very gently. Because
He's a
I
he's a
have
gentleman.
when I pull it out of my holster and I hand it to him holding on to the barrel instead of the handle. So that way he knows I'm handing it toward him.
He takes it. All right, mister. Yeah. I'll lend you a boat.
Thank you.
Tindy, please make a wits plus awareness check.
What is my wits and awareness? Okay, and 3 of them are rage, correct?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, that's
Am
really
I
good.
aware?
You're very
very
aware. Your eyes have been opened. You see the Matrix.
Off to the corner by the away from the general store, from a clothier, almost 4 buildings over, you notice a woman leaning against a post with a cigarette in her mouth, white hair under a hat, watching the 3 of you talk to Jan Sorensen. She is well dressed, in not upper crust clothing, but well made, well tailored, sturdy outfit with nice boots.
Oh,
And
she's
she
got
is
nice
watching
boots.
the pack. She is watching the 5 of you as you are surrounded by surrounding Sorensen, asking to use his boat to go to the island. And you notice her out of everyone else in there. She is keen to you.
Shadowheart's keen right back.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so keen.
You actually make eye contact, and she awkwardly looks away.
Does she do we know who this is? Does Tindy recognize her?
Shadowheart asks, is this someone I recognize?
Do I recognize this person?
There is a slight resemblance to Mother Winterfang.
Okay.
I'm going to be like, oh boys, I do believe I see a girlfriend of mine. See you gents later, and I'm gonna start trotting off in that direction.
And let watch, but I'm still in the middle of my transaction.
Sorensen completes the transaction, takes the pistol, takes the 5, and leads you to a dock where the boat is. Tindy, you make your way over. As you start making your way, as Shadowheart makes her way over toward this woman, you see she kicks off the post with her left foot, throws the cigarette down and steps on it with her right. Steps forward and swipes her jacket back, and you do see she's wearing iron on her side.
Oh, I do be hating me some irons.
Yep, she's got a 6-shooter on her side, and she kind of tips her hat to you, and she stops, and you notice her nostrils flare as if she's sniffing the air.
I'm going to ask her, do you greet everyone with such postures? I've only come to say hi.
She's one of the 3 of you just get back on a train and go somewhere else. I'm sorry, I don't mean the 3 of you. I mean the 6 of you. Just get on a train and go somewhere else.
Oh, we do be trying to go somewhere else. But that's not on a train. Who are you? And why are you so concerned?
My name's Winterheart. This is our city. This is our town, our territory, our cairn. We're not here. We don't expect to be bothered by other Garou. And she says this almost right in the open. There's no one else around you, but she does say this kind of loudly. The 2 of you don't hear this from where you are. You actually might pick it up a little bit, Nerdwire, if you're paying attention.
I can roll for it.
You can roll for it. So normally your difficulty would be 6. So you need difficulty 3. Wits plus. How'd you do?
Well, 4.
You got it. You did it. My DD dice is really delayed today, so.
I understand. But I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4, so you do hear this conversation.
So I'm kind of hearing it.
You're definitely hearing it.
But I'm just going to continue to listen because I'm still trying to finish it up with Jorgen here because this is as important as what she's doing. I'm just going to listen.
Okay. So, Teddy, what do you do?
I tell her, so you recognize what we are, but do you recognize who we are?
All I recognize is the town isn't big enough for the 2 of us.
Fabulous, we're not staying.
How close is Ash's following?
Or
did he follow me? Did he stay up there at the shop?
No, I went with you down to the dock, and yeah, I mean, as far as I know, I don't have the heightened sensors or anything, so I'm pretty unaware of this conversation. I'm probably just prepping to get on the boat.
You're close enough to me. I'm gonna assume that I can kind of, just kind of knuckle you on your wrist just a little bit, and then like tilt my head back that direction to hope that you notice that.
Gotcha.
There's stuff going on.
I'm going to tell her that we are from here, but not from now. And that she resembles someone I know from a much later time. And we are looking for a bridge to get us home. And we are under the impression that the way home is at the location of our Karen in this place, so that we may enter it and get back to where we're going.
All right, so you're gonna give her the full info, lore dump.
She looks familiar. I think I believe that she is this woman of our Karen of yesteryear.
So you want to speak to her manager?
The Karen.
Yeah.
Hello, Karen.
You're the Karen of yesteryear, you bitch.
And
We
just so
don't
you
speak with the Karen of their Karen.
and just so you know, don't hold it against me that I really question your authority in the future. So
You question authority
All right,
anytime.
so give me, if you say that last part, I was
no,
gonna
no, 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 I don't. No, 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 I don't.
No,
say
say
that.
it. Say it.
All right,
Say
well,
it and roll
I still
it.
want you said you've given her the full lore dump, and she's kind of looking at you, processing. I want you to give me a persuasion. Plus manipulation plus persuasion roll.
And I'm realizing we maybe should have swapped places here. You could have navigated the boat.
This is great.
Oh no,
honestly. We did
that's
this
not. I don't
perfect.
like that. I don't like that groan.
Well, I was looking for where my stuff was, but also it didn't turn out great.
no.
So there's that.
Manipulate and persuade.
I wasn't built for talking to people.
Which is why I thought it was interesting that you did it.
She's gotten confident over the time.
Exactly.
She's confused herself with Mr. Biscuits.
I mean,
she's doing
she's a
great.
wolf. I'm a wolf. She looks familiar. You know.
I believe in
wants-
you. I
she
believe
said-
in you.
Hold
She
on,
said
time out.
she wants me to
much
go
renown-
home.
What is your highest level of renown do you have? What is your renown? Before you roll this dice, you have renown that you can add to this.
Highest level of renown.
It's probably a 2, because I don't think you've upgraded your renown at all during play.
I gotta find.
It'll be either glory, honor, or
Second
wisdom.
page.
Oh, glory or honor. Where was that here? Oh, dang. Yeah, no, I've got 1 honor.
And you should have 2 glory.
If I do, it's not marked on my thing. I don't
Okay,
have any
well-
glory marked on my thing.
All right, well,
I've got 2 wisdom.
2 wisdom. Okay, 2 wisdom. So add 2 to your
Oh, there you
wisdom.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
That's your highest.
That's your highest. Your wisdom is your highest. So add 2 to your social pool.
Okay.
I get with another
So-
werewolf.
That track's pretty good, actually.
Is it good? Is that a good roll? I don't know, God. Is that a good?
Well, that is
As
she's
we've
gonna-
met, as we've met with silence.
Oh, she's gonna roll. I see.
She's gonna roll as well.
Those are vampire dice. I'm punching her in the face.
He's dashing. He's shifting the Kratos. Right
I thought
in
it
the
was
middle of the
Ivy to
street.
begin with. I was like, oh, it's gonna be goddamn Ivy.
Oh, she looks at you. She blinks. She doesn't
Do I
seem to
need
buy.
to-
She doesn't buy it. She puts her hand
Okay,
on
so
her
I-
hip. She puts her
I
hand
tell
on
her-
her hip. She puts another
I
hand.
swear, in the future, your name is Mother Fang.
Winterfang.
Winterfang. Mother Winterfang.
Because you are touched clearly, child.
Oh, I'm so touched. Don't worry about it.
Talking about the future, being from the future.
Dude,
You
I don't
barely
even know
met.
what time is.
So I'm gonna have to ask that you find some more responsible from your pack to come speak to me.
Do you not know?
I'm
do you
hearing
not,
this,
do you
and I
not
turn
know
to
what a
Ashes, and I'm like,
moon bridge is?
please go over there.
do-
Go
do
go
you
grab
not
her.
Know what, do you not know what a moon bridge is?
I know what a moon bridge is, but all this talk about the future.
So if you know what a moon bridge is, then you know that I'm not making stuff up.
Moon bridges don't travel through time. That's impossible.
That is what the guru in the West told us, was that for us to get home, we had to come to our Karen here and use the moon bridge to get back to our time.
Boy, did we find her.
And you're the leader of our Karen. You should be helping us because you are our leader. I realize you're not the leader right now, but you will be.
She looks at you for a second. So what's your what time are you from? Where are you from, she says?
I just told you I don't know how to tell time. I'm from 2 0 to 5.
So you're trying to tell me I'm going to live to be over 150 years old. And I'm going to
Living
be the leader
right,
of the
honey.
cairn.
Living right.
There's
Living right.
cigarettes.
Now you look up at Owen, and you know this is not Mother Winterfang. This is just someone who looks not
Vaguely
exactly
like her.
vaguely like her.
It's an ancestor.
Please go over there, Ashes. Please, just get. I can handle the boat. Just go over there.
Oh, okay. Is she having issues over there? I couldn't tell what the talk was about.
What I can tell you
I'll start heading that way as I
Jorgen,
hear
I whispered
Shadowheart.
it low enough that Jorgen did not hear me say that.
What I can tell you is I have no idea what's going on. I was
That's
born
clear.
I
I
was
say out loud near Jorgen.
I was born a wolf. I got turned like I would tell you how long ago it was, except for I don't even know how to tell time. A couple of moons ago I got turned, and now here we are, and I just want to go home. I want to go home to my woods, and you said you don't want me here, so help me get back to the cairn, to the moon bridge, to go home.
About that time, Ashes walks up.
She takes her hand off her hip, off the piece on her hip. She closes her jacket up. That as Ashes approaches, you notice that she had her hand mysteriously close to the pearl-handled 6-shooter.
Say Pinkerton's on it.
Does not say Pinkerton's on it. Does not say Pinkerton's on
So
it.
not an enemy. Okay,
Not
I
an
understand.
Dude, she was sniffing me like she was a wolf. She can't be a Pinkerton, can she?
I mean,
As
we
you
could have
see
taken the
Song of
job.
Ashes
Yeah.
stepping forward in his foppish, fine French.
Yes.
What do you mean foppish?
It's the finest fashion forward from Europe. He's got a little bowler. Tweed.
Nice.
And you see Mother Heart standing there. Well, at least that's how
Winterheart.
Winterheart, thank you.
Winterheart. Ah, how's the conversation coming along here, ladies?
And I turn to him and I tell him, tell me she doesn't look like Mother Winterfang.
She does. She does very much look like Mother Winterfang. I'm assuming you were probably her great-great-grandmother or something to that effect.
Are you here to tell me you're from the future as well?
Indeed.
And-
That is because we are from the future.
And I chime in, I don't know what a great-great-grandmother is.
Well, you know, everyone has children. The theory I have is that she has a child, and likely that child has a child, and that would be Mother Winterfang that you're used to seeing. Sometimes that resemblance can skip a generation. But on to more pressing matters. We are indeed from the future.
And I just kind of shrugged, like,
No, Shadowheart has not misled you. What she says is true.
I'm putting this, sorry, out of character. I'm putting this imagery in my head together, and we have this man speaking in this accent wearing European clothes. We have a hobo crazy lady, and they're both telling this one lady from here that they're from the future. No wonder she thinks we're crazy. I sent the wrong person over
Or
there.
from the future.
She stops. She blinks. She looks between you. She looks between Shadowheart. She looks between Song of Ashes. Looks between Shadowheart. Shakes her head. So I've met some strange guru. But you take the cake. 6 of you just waltzed into my town. Just walk off a train. Like no one's business. and you're talking about being from the future, need to use our moon bridge.
Yes.
Where are you
in
from?
Some ways, it's our moon bridge. No, this very same location. In fact, we protect this place generations from now. It's from this place we were torn and thrown back in time.
You were smelling me. And my understanding from the Guru in the West is that it was very obvious to them that we were from the future. Can you not tell that there's something different about us compared to other Guru you've met?
Well, no one's mentioned any signs or portents as of late. And you don't smell any different than you smell like you just came off a train. You don't smell any different than the other Guru. You seem a little touched in the head, though.
To be fair, when we landed in this time, we did land very far away. So I'm sure those signs you mentioned probably happened there. But I do know that the timey-wimey person is very angry with our presence here, and the longer we stay, you're definitely going to see those signs that you're looking for, and they're not going to be very pleasant.
Threatening her.
No, I'm not. The you know,
the hourglass. The woman.
Yeah. I'm not really good at language. I told you I was a wolf just a couple of moons ago. The thing
Technically, it hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that tells the time, he's stalking us, and
She clearly
I almost
looks confused.
I almost died.
I would like to mention that I'm starting to look confused.
Am I done with Jorgen yet?
Too.
Am I done with Jorgen?
Jorgen has brought you to the dock, and he has given you a boat.
Thank you.
It's a boat that'll fit 4 people in it, and it's got oars.
4?
Yes. Well, 6. I'm sorry, 6.
Okay.
I keep forgetting.
I was just going to make a couple people swim. That's fine.
I was like, well, you guys stay on the shore. We'll come back. Maybe.
They'll still be arguing, honestly.
So it fits 6. I've still got it tied to the dock there.
We're deep enough in this.
So it doesn't just like go.
Crosses her arm over her chest. So where do you
The timey-wimey monster's trying to eat me.
We want to go to the same location, but at a different time. It's going to be a moon bridge ceremony, a little different from what you're used to. We already have our own stone. Plans have been set. We're hoping to go home. And the thing is, moon bridges, they were something that's lost to our time. We're taking a piece of history back with us, a piece of history that should have never been lost. So it's in all of our best interests that it actually work.
Meet us at the cairn tonight. We'll discuss whether you'll have access to our moon bridge or not then.
Fair enough.
She turns away, her jacket the jacket flapping in the air, the coat tails just flipping. As she turns, she walks away.
That was a badass exit she just made there.
Hey, what'd I miss, guys?
I just want to say that I love how committed Shadowheart became to trying to explain herself when she knows darn good and well she doesn't even know what she's trying to say.
Yeah, I backed you up. You weren't wrong.
So kudos, Shadowheart,
clear.
for just like trying to grasp at all the straws, and she's trying. God bless her heart.
Jorgen has given you the boat, Wimbell.
Perfect.
I appreciate your business.
To push off?
I appreciate your business, Jorgen. I'm gonna go gather my friends real quick, and
it's probably a good 5 hours till sundown. She told you not to go there till dark. So what do you guys want to do in the meantime?
Fish. Oh, I can't. Never mind. I can't go fish in the area I want to. go there.
Might not be a bad idea. I mean, here's the thing, guys. We know the moon bridge takes an item of value. Oren, you got anything?
Or so I had a wind whistle, but I had to use it. And everything I own is in the future.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Orwin, did you steal anything from anyone this whole time? You pickpocket you?
You shame pickpocket.
Surely you've got the finest.
Nothing of value, but why don't we use that that pathstone we picked up? She pipes up.
We can use
we have
that.
to sacrifice it.
Right. I mean, we do have to sacrifice it. We have to give it over.
Well, if we have to give it over, then we already have it solved. We already have our item of value solved.
But here's the thing that I'm worried about. If we screw up on the ritual, we break their pathstone, they're pissed. Yeah. We have no replacement.
They'll get over. I mean, you can always.
They'll get over it by spilling our blood.
Yeah, well, not if we go get them another one. We'll tell them they can spill our blood if we don't go successfully get them another one.
You know how hard it was to get this?
I do. I was there.
She didn't seem to be a very forgiving Karen.
I overheard that conversation. She didn't seem to take too kindly to you two over there spilling all the tea.
I was trying.
Oh, gummies in a drink.
Mister,
gummies in a drink.
I'm not allowed to lie, and I was trying to be honest with her so she would help.
You're not allowed to lie for personal gain, and I agree. You could have explained a little bit more to her.
She didn't ask for more explanation. I was glad to give it. I was just
not Shadowheart, not you. You did nothing wrong. I know your command over the English language is a little bit limited.
I'm just doing my best.
So while we're all arguing here, I'm gonna throw out a cast pull that I found on the dock.
Sure, it was in the boat.
All right, so you cast a line, and you're just sitting there in your tweed suit with the fishing pole.
Yes, we've established my suit as tweed. Yeah,
looking very tweedy.
I'm sitting on my suitcase, sitting on your suitcase, cast out, looking just tweedy, so tweedy.
What is that?
What is there to do here at this point? It's 1871. There's no one around. There's nothing we know.
Grab a pole, man. We gotta wait a few hours. There ain't anything else.
I'm not gonna sit here and fish for 6 hours. We need to make some preparations.
I don't even know what can we prepare for.
Well, the town is made up. The small town is made up of roughshod wood buildings, clapboard storefronts, muddy streets lined with churned up boards pretending to be sidewalks. The town probably has 200 to 400 people in it. There's tailor stores. There is what is going on? What is everyone laughing about?
Sorry, Nerded Art said she knows a local cave I could go and explore in the live chat.
You do know of a local cave you can go explore in the live chat if you wanted.
I also know of this same cave and just don't know why it's important. I've unleashed a demon or two there, you know?
Ooh. Were they in your panties?
Unfortunately, no, but they got into some other lady's panties. So.
Hey, let's go blow that cave up.
That is absolutely true.
Let's go blow that cave up. Let's
just
cave in the entrance.
End that issue right now, right here.
Yeah.
If we do that now, does it, do the whole timey-wimey thing? And
that's what I want to know.
It doesn't happen in the future.
I think it creates a branch on the sacred timeline.
No, not the sacred timeline.
All right. So things to do in Lake Blackwater during this period. It's wild and the surrounding nature itself. Lake Blackwater right now is wild and vast. It's darker than ink under moonlight. It's just big. Quiet. It's got a much more ominous atmosphere than it did in 2025. That might have to do with the claustrophobic feeling of the massive lumber, the massive trees surrounding everything. Old growth forest. This place is old growth forest. Just massive trees. It's very different than what you remember. There's no getaway park. There's no wild country bar. There's no But there is something you do recognize. There is a lumberyard.
Timberworks. I was wondering if Midnight Timberworks
It's
was
not
in
called
existence.
Midnight Timberworks.
Yeah.
It's called Falk Family.
All right.
Falk
Well,
Family Timberworks.
I'm gonna go visit an old friend of a friend.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna warn him, hey, stay away from religious figures for the next, 100 years or so.
What are we rolling for?
What was that?
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's just my fishing.
Just fishing.
I was like, why?
You pull up
Oh,
a
I think I
three-eyed
felt
fish.
Oh my god.
3 eyes. Wow.
Oh, perfect.
It's Lake
I mean-
Whitewater's still polluted.
Something we could go and do. We can go do a hunt. Bring something to the cairn that we're about to go and be infiltrators on.
Bring
They
a
don't
peace
want us there.
offering.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how far out we need to go to hunt though, because obviously they own this town. I don't want to take from them to give to them. You know what I mean?
Then we
That-
probably couldn't go far enough. But bring him fish. Grab my damn pole.
Did I grab a pole?
All right, so you guys spend some time fishing. All right,
God.
so your fishing adventure is where we're going to take our 10-minute break.
Okay. When we
out.
come back, we'll know
I can't believe
all
we're
of the
fishing
fish we've
this
gotten.
happened. Yeah.
We'll be back, everybody.
Fine.
Under moonlight shadows ride, yet in the desert winds we hide. Dusty boots and outlaw pride, with my posse by my side. Echoes in the canyon roar, ghostly whispers from before. Wild hearts seeking something more, dancing with fate we adore. Cards played in a smoky room, eyes that hint of cryptic doom. Whiskey burns away the gloom. Road to reckoning resume. Echoes in the canyon roar, ghostly whispers from before. Wild hearts Flames and gunfire, phantom smoke. Whistle blows, we feel the stroke of destiny, we dare not joke. Echoes in the canyon roar, ghostly whispers from before. Wild hearts seeking something more, dancing with fate we adore.
Dusty boots on creaky floors, hushed voices behind closed doors, whiskey sour sins confessed, tavern bustling more or less. Candles flicker, shadows play, murmured secrets night and day. Cards and poker chips collide, schemes and plans they try to hide. Shadows dance on wooden walls, laughter echoes through the halls. Men in dark suits whisper low, what they plot you'll never know. Pistol gleam in dim-lit room, danger lurks amidst the gloom. Villains meet in corners tight, shadows deepen with the night. Lonesome fiddle tunes they sway, lost souls wander night to day. Rich or poor from far and wide, everyone's got something to hide. Shadows dance on wooden walls, laughter echoes through the halls. Men in dark suits whisper low, what they plot you'll never know. Years tangle like silk threads tight, lost in the bend of a shadowed night. Echoes whirl like ghostly rhyme, spinning me wild through labyrinth time. Forgotten faces glance then stray, hands of clocks don't ever play. On the edge of dusk to dawn, in the twist of time I've been drawn. Tumble through that ragged trance, in this strange and wicked dance. naked smiles wander here for endless miles. Midnight chimes, a haunting call, in the blur where moments fall. Every tick, a crack so deep, memories I've failed to keep. Fleeting whispers chase the winds, where the past and future blend. Caught between each striking beat, in the churn of time's heartbeat. Back and forth in this parade, days and nights begin to fade, drifting like a phantom's tear. Round and round the years are near.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for those who waited, and boo to the people who dropped off during the break.
Yeah, all two of you, you jerks, come back.
There's not many. They all seem to see me here
Exactly. I'm just being facetious.
I'm not.
Shun,
I'm not.
Screw them. We didn't need them anyway.
shun the non-believers. Shun the
Welcome back.
non-believers.
As we left, everyone had settled down into fishing.
I'm getting bored of the fishing, though.
Not
do
me.
we have any ideas?
I'm not fishing.
Well,
Okay, so yeah.
Well, to let you know, as you were fishing,
Let me know. Okay.
as you were fishing in the dock, you noticed a large number of dead fish washing up on shore.
He mentioned the water was polluted. God did.
I caught that 3-eye. Damn. No wonder old Yarp is kind of pretty sweet. They drinking the old lake water.
And you notice that the lake is dark. The water is dark. There's nothing that would necessarily pollute the water. I mean, maybe it's runoff from the train, maybe it's runoff from something, but it's not like there necessarily is a pollution source that that you can tell.
My voice got his senses heightened.
It's
Kind of like
oh yes.
acidic death. Do you have the sulfur?
You
Oh,
do
something.
get a sense of death on the lake.
I get nothing.
Oh,
Unless it's difficulty of 4, in which case, yeah, I got it.
Well, it was difficulty 6, but it goes down to 2. It goes down by 3, so you're down to 3, so you got it.
Oh, okay.
All right, you get a sense of death on the lake. It's an overpresence. It's something. It's almost like a copper smell of blood.
what's up, man?
From that sense, can I tell the direction the smell is coming from?
From the lake.
The entirety of the lake smells
From
like
the lake.
blood.
Yeah, the lake's got this smell, like the copper smell of like not dried blood, but not fresh blood either.
This is like day old blood.
Stale blood, yes.
We're gonna have to ask him about that.
Jorgen still nearby?
He's okay. Well, you met
not
him
my
at
guy.
Winterheart.
He went back. He's not around.
Back at the general store. Oh, he
he's not
left.
back. He's not
Okay.
back. He doesn't need to go back to the general store. That was 5 hours ago.
Oh, he didn't work there.
He didn't work there.
Yeah.
No, he was just doing some shopping when you happened to approach the right person.
Oh, I accosted
Oh,
a man
I didn't even know
while he
that.
was shopping. I understand now.
I didn't think
Probably okay
I didn't
back
think
then.
you'd approach a 6'4" blonde guy, but you did.
Well, it was my one shot. You told me he was
To be fair, he
kind
asked for
eyes.
someone approachable.
And I gave him
that
this
guy,
approachable.
so-
He's right.
You said he had kind eyes. You didn't tell me he was gonna kill me or nothing. But
There's
he
a lot
is.
of murders had kind eyes.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's how they get you.
That's how they seem to get them. Yes.
It's true.
I mean, we could roll out onto the lake for a little bit, kind of sniff
Roll out.
around.
I mean, we got a boat. We might as well check it out. It is unusual that this lake is so nasty. I mean, we're dealing with that in our time, but if this persisted In 2025, this lake wouldn't be usable for anyone. Something changed. Something happened. Something righted the ship that is the lake. But what is happening right now?
It's like reminding me of the vision that I had ages ago of what would happen if the verdant blight had taken over.
Right? Yeah, you mentioned that, and it is.
Speaking
Especially
of which, as you look around, redeemed omen or
Happening.
portent. Nerdwire, you have a special gift, and sometimes the prophetic dreams can just happen to you because of said gift.
Gifted.
And suddenly your eyes cloud over,
Oh shit!
and you get this
Nice.
impulse that you need to drink from the lake.
Oh shit! Can I grab Elwyn as he starts leaning towards this lake water?
How impulsive is it?
It's a
Is it
very impulsive.
bodily controlling?
You want to drink the lake. You want to drink from the
No,
lake.
bro. No, bro.
I lean over
Are you
I'd
gonna
roll
grab
dice.
him and shove his head in?
the edge
No.
of the
I'm
boat.
pulling him back into the boat. He's not drinking this stuff.
I lean over the edge of the boat, and I'm like trying to fight Ash's back off. We're having an Ivy situation all over again. Here we go. And I am trying to shove my face down into this water to take the biggest gulp I can possibly take.
And you're willing to use dice to stop him, Wild One.
Well, there's no way he would actually want to take a drink of this nasty water. Absolutely, I would know that there's some foul.
All right, strength plus
100.
brawl versus dexterity plus athletics.
All right.
My dexterity and athletics?
Yes.
Wait, my strength and brawl?
Well, hang
Yes, your
on.
strength
I
and
need to
brawl.
do three
Can I use
rage dice. My
dexterity
apologies.
instead?
No.
You just got to get better than one. No, this is
that's
combat.
actually
You got to get
quite
better than two.
Oh!
Oh, brutal failure, which is a brutal, yeah.
Oh, wait, is it
So
combat?
what? Wildwood
Combat
drinks the
roll,
water
right?
This would
too?
be a
All right.
yeah, this would be
so
considered a combat roll.
As you
roll.
rush
That's
to
success.
jump for the water, Elwyn, and you dip your hands in there, you hear a no from behind you. As you feel two hands grab your shirt from the back, and slam you brutally onto the dock.
Take 1 point of health
Take
damage.
1 point of superficial damage as one of your front teeth pops out.
Oh my
Oh, damn!
I was beautiful.
god! Not anymore.
No, I got 1 dot of beauty.
But you no longer feel the urge to drink the water as you have a half, and it's not like the tooth popped out, it's half of it broke.
I'm looking like freaking Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber now.
Elwyn, dude, what were you trying to do there? You're not
What
seriously
were
trying to drink
you
this stuff.
doing?
You had,
I'm trying to
Elwyn,
stop you.
I hadn't finished telling you everything before you decided to go for it, but you had this vision that you needed to drink the water. That something sang in the blood. And you needed to become one with it.
So I'm gonna explain the urge that I had. And I look at Ashes, and I'm holding my mouth just slightly because it hurts. It hurts. I had a vision.
Drink the Kool-Aid?
There is. I feel like if we need to get down to the bottom of this, we needed to drink the water.
No, bro, that ain't it.
I'm going to roll manipulation plus persuasion
I'm
to
gonna
convince him
deflect
of
it
this.
with just sheer standard knowledge. That just no. Like,
All right. So now you need to roll to not be convinced
Do
by
I?
me.
Oh my god! You got five successes. Resolve plus composure. But I'm gonna take away 2 of those successes because it does seem like just
this is like there's no way.
Take
You need to
away
drink
2?
that.
Why?
In the world of 2025, I know you don't drink tainted water like that, Alvin. That's pure fact. There's no argument to be had there. But so what do you want rolled from me? Composure and what was it?
Resolve.
Resolve. Okay.
hold on. That's under review rewards. It shouldn't be a rouse check. It should be rage.
So you got a -2.
Hey, minus 2'd me.
I hit roll, but nothing's happening.
Resolve plus composure, so you need to get...
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, you believe me?
You believe him. You don't believe that you're not...
I don't know how to roleplay that.
You don't feel a compulsion to drink the water, Song of Ashes, but you're like, he's had visions in the past where he's been right. You've seen his eyes cloud over before, and he's had visions. It's not like you're suddenly like, yeah, I'm going to drink the water too.
You might be right, Elwin. You might be right, but man, I tell you what, we do not live in a time right now where we can deal with that gut shit. We'll lose, and we have to find another one. You see these fish floating in this shit, and they're made for water. You are not.
Fair enough.
What do you think we should do? What was your compulsion? Do you think there's something at the bottom of the lake? That was always our thought.
Felt like we needed to become one with the lake.
Become one with the lake. Well, we've thrown a lot of bodies in the lake, so
not in this time frame.
I'm just saying we were about to add to it, drinking that water.
Listen, we've all had the squirts the entire time we've been back here in 1871. It couldn't have hurt. Maybe that would have helped. Who knows?
Oh, it would have cleaned you out.
Laura was like, yeah, I definitely had the squirts.
Oh, God.
That confirms that we all have.
I mean, the urgency is gone.
Okay.
But
I'm sorry about your tooth. I didn't know what.
No,
you were
you're
doing
not.
As
what
you
the
move
hell,
your
man?
hand back, your tooth has grown back.
Oh, good. I'm still beautiful. Let me have that one dot back. Beauty.
Tooth has grown back. Your werewolf regeneration has regrown your tooth.
I didn't realize it was bones too. I was just expecting skin and organs. I don't know why I didn't think bones also. Oh man. God. We've got to figure this out.
To drink the water though, Nerdwire. Elwin Bell. You still want to drink it. You
it?
still have this vision that you drinking the water will give you the answers you're looking for. It'll
My
help
hand's
you.
still
It'll help
wet?
you find what you need.
Are my hands still wet where I tried to scoop?
Yes, they're wet.
Damn it!
Oh, God.
You begin to feel like you're drowning.
What?
You begin to feel as if you're drowning. As you
Heck yeah.
slip the moisture from your finger from the lake, you begin to feel like you're drowning. And it only lasts for a few moments until it stops.
God.
And you feel something in the back of your head. It sings. It sings. And you feel your blood you feel like your veins just begin to warm. It sings in the blood.
I'm hearing. It sings in the blood.
The look on Song of Ashes' face is just...
Bro, you're lousy with parasites now or something. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
This water. We know it's not anything like what we've seen before.
Correct.
But I believe it smells like blood. It doesn't taste like blood. But something is down there. It sings in the blood. It.
Like from our time? I think we all assumed.
Maybe. Shadowheart. You're following me, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Owen, make a frenzy check.
What do I need to roll here?
Resolve
This.
composure.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Resolve plus composure. Where's my composure? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Did you get at least one success?
I got a lot.
All right, nothing happens. You do not shift into Krenos. You do not go into frenzy. You do not start attacking people.
Okay, thank God. We're kind of
You okay
rowing
there,
at this point too.
Owen?
No,
The 6 of you are in the boat rowing toward the island?
but not yet. Not going to the island. We're just rowing, trying to explore this water.
I tell Ashes, this seems like something that we now should also bring up with not Mother Winterfang.
Yeah, Winterheart. It was
Whatever her name is.
right.
The one that looks like Winterfang but isn't.
We certainly have to bring it up. The lake is in better condition in our time than it is now. I don't know what.
Is there
they're doing.
anything weird happening with the lake right now around us?
Yes, you drinking from it for fucking
Yeah.
one.
Anything noticeable? Is our boat rocking unnaturally? Is there like anything bad happening?
Well,
Oh,
you still have your
my.
heightened senses active, correct?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you give me a wits plus awareness as you look into the water?
Oh,
He
Jesus.
asked if the boat was a rockin'.
Okay.
Oh, you got a critical success. Fantastic.
Yep.
As you kind of lean over and you look into the water.
Tell us.
You see bodies floating in the lake.
Human?
Well, yes, of course, human bodies floating in the lake is that they're suspended by something else. They're a couple feet underneath the lake, but you can see them looking up at you in the moonlight.
Just a couple feet?
Just a couple feet, yes.
They're looking at us.
Oh yeah,
I'm
eyes
sure they
open,
are.
glassy eyes open, arms stretched up. Not quite. They can't quite reach the tip of the water, but the arms are just stretched up. Faces looking up at you. Eyes seem sentient.
So Elwyn's been watching The Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
That's not even my word.
I'm about to make a really bad decision, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I'm expecting you
I'm-
to throw on swim trunks and jump in.
I am going to reach my arm down toward the closest person thing. And if it's a couple feet away,
Yep.
what happens?
As you reach your
Goodbye,
hand, do you reach
Elwyn.
your hand into the water?
Oh my god.
Holding-
Can I
holding onto the
side with
boat.
dice?
Holding onto
How do you
the
side
boat.
with
Holding-
dice?
Holding on to the boat, yes, I reach my hand into the water.
As you reach your hand into the water, a hand grasps your wrist.
Okay.
An icy grip reaches around your wrist. It's from the hands from below you. It's as if it reaches up.
I grip back and attempt to pull it up.
It's pulling you down.
Oh, so this is a strength versus brawl versus strength versus brawl?
Strength, actually just strength versus strength.
Oh, no. Oh!
Yes, we-
Oh, yeah! These rage dice are being real nice tonight. Yeah!
Alright, so what does he pull into our boat?
As you
Oh
pull
my
up,
goodness.
and it kind of reaches, and you pull, and as you pull out of the boat, you pull up an arm. As it
Just the arm?
As it separates from the body.
Just holding onto the arm, screaming. Ah!
I got nothing.
Did
I'm
did
beside
you just
myself.
did
There's
you just
people!
disarm did you just disarm a man?
In more than one way, yes.
You
Guys,
got a
we gotta
critical on
row-
it, what can I say?
We gotta row faster. I don't know what's going on down there, but we've got to
As
go.
you begin rowing, as everyone begins rowing, Oren and Orion are doing the rowing. A hand
Good. I don't want to do it.
grips the edges of the boat from in the water. And then another one. And then another one.
I grab a paddle and start smacking hands.
You can if you want.
How's your melee? How's your melee? Because that's paddle attacks.
Non-existent.
Oh, just. Is there
I'll kick him
anyone
with
else
my
that could see
dexterity.
us? Shift to Kranos.
On the boat?
What's the worst that could happen?
You break the boat.
That we now have to swim with the dead bodies to get to the shore?
They're clearly not dead. They are something else. They are something else.
You invited them into the boat.
I just shook hands. That's all I did. Howdy, nice to meet you.
The rowing continues. They continue.
But it's slowing down.
The boat is slowed down by the weight of the hands. And you're still holding the arm you're holding, the hand is still flexing on your wrist. It's still moving, like it's still got a hold of your wrist.
I'm chucking it into the water. I gotta try to get rid of this.
All right, you get rid of the hand and you throw it off into the water. And Wildwood's beating at hands with a paddle. Shadowheart, what are you doing?
Elwyn, why do you do this to us?
I did. I put the bodies in the water. I put them here.
You made friends with them.
I can't help myself.
Then you begin to hear singing as heads begin to rise up out of the water with the hands. And you just hear, it's just a melodic voice, a song about the song in the blood, and you will join us. And it's multiple voices, it's a choir.
Can you give me like the hook of the song?
No, I can't.
The hook of the song.
Just like, is it a pop? Oh my gosh.
It's K-pop.
It's a pata. Yes.
It sings in the blood.
Oh my god. How big is this thing that's risen out of the water now?
Nothing's risen out of the water.
With the multiple heads.
It's not multiple heads, it's multiple bodies that have grabbed onto the boat.
Okay.
And Wildwood's doing a good job knocking them off with his paddle. He doesn't need to make a roll to do it. He's just hitting hands. And they're falling off. But as they rise, you hear them singing. Until you begin hearing howl. One howl from the island. Then another joins it. Then another. Then another.
How back?
Hey,
Shadowheart?
I've got the song. I wanna sing to them.
All right, make your roll.
Yeah.
What ditty are we singing tonight? I'll join you.
The best one I can pull out, sweetheart. I mean,
What power are you using? Are you using
I want to use the howl that carries.
The howl that carries. Okay, the howl that carries. So it's 1 willpower.
Yep.
The Garu steals themselves and howls loudly. That howl is picked up and repeated by mundane wolves who travel some distance, then repeat the howl until the... So what is the message you are howling out there?
I want to howl at the wolves that I can hear that there's some dead people in the lake and they're trying to eat us.
I like that lyric. Yo, there's some dead people in the lake and they're trying to eat us. We really need your help so they won't defeat us.
Really need your help so they won't.
Dum, dum, dum.
As you're howling, they howl back to you, and the song that they howl is, it's not in any language that anyone technically understands. It's not in a language, it's more of a feeling. And as the howl resounds, the hands release the boat. And you're able to move faster, and you move toward the island. And as you escape this particular portion of the lake, Elwyn, with your heightened senses, you notice that there are no more bodies the closer you get to the island. You're leaving them behind. As the moon rises, it's a full moon this evening. You've arrived at the blood red moon. Go ahead.
I'm familiar with the blood red moon. They're hunting vampires?
Who's hunting vampires?
Oh no! Okay, well.
It may not be. They just tend to do that during. Doesn't mean they do it every blood moon. Looks like they have
It is
bigger
the
problems
blood
than
red moon.
vampires.
He would have said the blood moon if it was just a blood moon, not the blood red moon. Okay, well.
Because the blood moon happen because of hunting.
That's the name of what that is. Like, that's what they call it when they're hunting vampires, is the blood red moon.
Yeah, but we haven't talked with anyone, so if we see the moon as that's not. That's not
Yes,
someone
I'm
saying
not
blood red
indicating
moon.
that the ritual's in play. But I'm
Okay.
having fun with your reaction to it.
Thanks,
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You definitely got him fired up right quick and in a hurry.
I'm like, we're gonna fight vampires.
Nerd is very reactionary.
After another
Listen,
20 minutes, the boat lands at a dock. You finally land at a dock on the island. Same dock you've landed at many times.
How's the water?
The water is calm. Black.
Is it like clean over here?
Still black.
There are still dead fish washing up on the island. There's something dead in the lake.
The people who were howling at us, have they came out to see where we were? Like, did they look across the lake, and are they at the dock waiting?
I was just about to get to that.
Okay,
Did they
I'm
holler
sorry.
back?
No, do you get off the boat?
Quick as a cricket.
I get off the boat, yes.
As you get off the boat, you notice there are 4 wolves waiting for you. Large wolves in their hispo form. Ranging in color from stark white, which you only can imagine would be Mother Winterheart, and 3 others. A large, dark, shaggy hispo. A brown hispo. And one that looks almost more like a coyote.
And I just blurt out, "Not Mother Winterfang!"
What do you do, Nerdwire?
What form are they in?
Hispo.
Hispo?
Hispo. Unusual to not have to be in Hispo.
I will shift to Hispo as well. With them.
Roll your check.
May I lose a rage?
You lose a rage.
That's fine.
That's fine. Anyone else shift to Hispo?
No.
Well, I don't know what's protocol, but I do prefer being in wolf, so I'm gonna go.
All right, make your rage check.
I'll go ahead and tie up the boat. Capably.
All right, as you're tying up the boat, Winterheart
Hispo
steps
is not-
forward and shifts form to home it, standing there before you. Yes.
I stay in
You
Hispo.
stay in Hispo. She looks
I'll
to
stand
you.
there.
She looks to you. She looks to the 2 of you. Shift to Hispo. I've spoken with the Sept. We've spoken with the spirits.
Perfect.
We know that you have encountered things with the blood. Have any of you tasted the lake water?
Not
I
like a
sigh.
big taste.
She sighs, as you sigh, Song of Ashes. She goes, which of you
Yeah,
drank?
yeah. I'm gonna do
I
the
wouldn't,
old.
I wouldn't call it a drink. It was like a...
He licked his
Taste.
hands because I stopped him trying to drink. I'm gonna sigh again.
The wolf that kind of looks like Coyote shifts into an indigenous woman, an old indigenous woman, kind of shriveled up. And the cane appears out of nowhere. And it shakes. She shakes her hand, and the cane appears as she leans against it. She goes, you drank of the blood. It's blood. You're tainted now, child.
Like... I'll shift back to Hamid. What do you mean, tainted? Like...
I think I said tainted.
Marked by things with the blood. An ancient creature. More ancient than the people who've walked here. More ancient than my people. From the time before the time.
So you guys just boil the water before you drink it?
Excuse me?
You guys are so nonchalant about this lake of death. Someone drank from it. Like, you guys boil it? You guys cool with this? Is this you guys caused this? You are far too just. This is a normal thing. I don't know if you guys believe where we come from or not, but I can tell you what, someone other than you guys fixed this fuck up. It is this lake in between now and 2025. What's going on here?
Well, you've joined us
You don't
in the
have to
night of
shake
the blood
sticks
red
at us.
moon.
Is that why the lake's all jacked?
No.
Well, then the question stands, ma'am.
You have your problems, we have yours.
You're becoming far too aggressive, Ashes. Hold on. I need to
Hey,
know.
this woman's shaking sticks at me and shit. I don't know what's going
No,
on.
she's on a cane.
You
She's
seem
like
cursed.
100, dude.
God, I turn to Moonpetal and ask Moonpetal what the state of the Umbra is here.
No one's looked. So Moonpetal turns to you. It's fine. Normal. Idyllic. Better than our time. Old growth. Strong spirits.
Is Theros here?
Yes, there.
You can't talk to. Are you talking to Moonpetal? Get out
Yeah,
of
you
here.
can't talk to Moonpetal.
I'm going to use. I can look in. I can look
That is-
in.
Look in.
That is my guardian. She talks to me.
I'm gonna look in. I'm gonna see if Theros is here.
All right, so you do gaze across the gauntlet, and you do see Theros,
Big, strong.
bigger than you've ever seen before, 70 feet tall, huge, massive. The Cairn is strong and powerful. Even the lake looks healthy on the other side. This is purely a physical problem.
I tell Ashes that Moonpetal says that the Umbra is healthy here. So whatever is wrong with this place is wrong with it here.
Gotta be. That's what I was trying to say. What is going on here? Why is it like this?
Winterheart steps forward. Shifts
Mother not Winterfang.
Yeah.
into her helmet form as she had it before. She goes, every decade or two, this happens.
Bodies just start floating water.
Yes. It's been an issue that's gone back longer before we've been here. It's been an issue that the savages haven't been able to take care of.
Savages. What do you mean?
Yeah.
She nods over to the indigenous woman with the cane.
Oh. I understand what you mean, I suppose.
Yeah, she hits you with a little casual racism, appropriate
Yeah.
for the time.
Yeah, I mean it's not inappropriate. I understand.
It's always inappropriate.
I've been out in the West. I saw it. It's fine. She mentions I'm tainted. I'm hunted by. It sings in the water.
Claimed.
It sings in the blood.
Claimed.
It's worse. That sounds worse.
Like ownership. Like,
Yes.
can
kind
we
of-
like fix that?
Anything that drinks the water is claimed by it sings with the blood, and it'll eventually one day be called to the lake. Unless we can
He
stop
said
it
he
from
was
happening.
told to drink it.
Before I ever tasted it.
Unlucky for you. The fates must not have shined on you.
They didn't.
The sensitive have been known to receive omens to drink the lake water.
Which you just don't do. What do you guys do when one of yours drinks a lake water? Surely children or something make that mistake. Is there nothing in our power? I mean, hell,
We haven't
Winterheart
lost.
that we met up at the shore
There
didn't
hasn't
say
been a
anything.
guru or one of our kin stupid enough to drink the water. This time.
She just
No,
called you
hold on.
dumb.
Hold on.
Let's cool it a little bit here.
You're coming in a little hot, and I understand, but I wouldn't say exactly what I did was drink. It was more of just taste. It wasn't a lot. It was a drop. Does that make a difference? Like, I didn't like take a big gulp.
Apparently.
Apparently what? Apparently it makes a difference?
Apparently it makes a difference. There's so much we don't know. We don't know what causes this. We think it has to do with the leeches, but we're not sure. This is why we're calling the ritual the Blood Red Moon tonight, to deal with as many leeches as we possibly can.
Now, when you say leeches, you mean like...
We mean leeches, those undead creatures that drink blood.
Okay. Gotcha.
We've dealt with a few of
another
those
thing that's
ourselves.
called leech
Are
that
you
hangs out
familiar
nasty
with a?
legs.
Are you familiar with a man named Lestat?
Lestat? No.
Oh well,
Ivy.
we almost kicked his ass one time.
Almost.
I mean, do you
He
mean
ran away.
Lestrade?
Yeah, that one too.
Lestat is a vampire from the Anne Rice novels.
Yeah, I know.
That
I'm
makes it
sorry,
big.
I mixed it up.
It went right over my head. It sounded perfectly. I knew you were talking about everything.
He's the handsome one. Lestat is. He's the one that everybody wants to do things with.
I can't stand Lestat.
Yes.
No, everybody loves Lestat.
No, Lestat is awful.
The old elderly one stands and looks at you. Regardless of that you're
shaking the cane at me.
claimed, we've discussed your claim that you need to use our moon bridge to return
Kind of
to
ours,
your
too.
time.
Yeah.
I want to interject here and just tell you that in the future, this is the cairn that we belong to.
Facts.
By a greater extension, when you say our moon bridge, it is our moon bridge.
We're
Facts.
members of your pack.
No, we're not members of their pack.
We're
members of this
descendants.
sept.
Okay, there we go. Whatever.
But we could.
I don't worry.
I mean, Mother Winterfang is a member of our pact. If she's a descendant of yours, then in some regards, we are the same pact.
What is this Mother Winterfang's name?
Mother Winterfang.
She was your mentor, Ashes. Ask God.
I'm thinking in the back of my head.
There we go.
I'm just
Thank you.
waiting.
In chat.
What was her last name?
Serafina,
That's the
it is.
important part's the last name.
Winterfang.
No.
Vinter.
Vinter, yes.
Winterfang. That's
She
right. I
stops and
forgot
she
about
looks
that.
and goes, how do you know that name?
She's our
She's
leader.
our leader. She's a very important part of our
No.
our pact.
Ashes is our leader.
Well,
Well,
yes.
She is our advisor.
She was the one that
She's
discovered
our
us all.
she's our
She brought us together.
manager. Our
I know we're
Karen.
all talking all at once. And
We are.
what I-
It makes it
she
seem more real,
owned
though.
she owned this land in our time and brought us
Did a
to
good
here
job.
and gave us direction. She was mentor to Ashes. She was advisor to the rest of us.
The
That's
old
just
one looks
anything
up.
you want. Speaking truth.
Mother Winterheart, we've discussed this. The signs and the omens are true. The spirits have spoken. We must let them use the moon bridge. But Winterheart looks at her. She goes, I know. We've seen the signs. We will let you try. We will let you try tonight. You
Well,
say
that's
you have a
fabulous
path
because
stone?
we're not sure it's gonna work,
We
but
do.
we were told it was
We do.
our only shot.
I know you mentioned, I overheard you talking that moon bridges don't travel through time. They only travel from cairn to cairn. How positive are you?
The old woman looks up. I've been the steward of moon bridges my entire life. I've never known them to go anywhere other than the other moon bridges. I've never seen one go anywhere in time.
Have you always selected another location?
They are connected.
Have you always?
It is not. They are connected to one bridge and one bridge only.
That's not the way it worked when we went through time.
We don't know how it worked, Ashes.
We've already tried it once before. Remember, we were on the bridge. We were attempting to transmit through time, and we connected the bridge to itself. We didn't choose another destination. We opened a moon bridge.
No, we chose Blackwater.
We did.
And we got stopped by a bird.
I heard it was an eagle.
You'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. It was some
Birds.
kind of
Eagles are
non-bird.
birds.
Yeah, exactly. It may have been like a beagle or something. It's a type of dog.
A beagle. It was a beagle.
But
It fancied itself an eagle.
It did. Well, we're not
I
going
mean,
to be
we
selecting
don't
a
really
this
have
time.
another option.
Our plan is to travel again to Blackwater from Blackwater, right?
We want
How
to
do we
travel
attempt to do
from
this?
this cairn to this cairn in a different time frame.
Is that something you've ever tried before with your guys' moon bridges?
The possibility
ever
never
tried?
even crossed our mind before.
Exactly. Hard to
The
say
other
that it's something you can't do
the
if
other
no one's tried
Karens
it.
that we talked to since being here told us this was the only way.
At
Was
least
to come here.
it's the only way they thought.
We've
Kinda
spoken
the only
with
way we have
Theros, and Theros agrees to let you try.
Does Theros know us? I don't know if they're omnipotent, omnipresent.
If we
Theros
wave
was
him,
not
does he
aware.
recognize us?
He doesn't seem to recognize you when you look.
I wave.
Okay.
That's kind of rude. Sometimes strangers wave at me. I wave back at least.
Okay.
Um,
Why are you guys doing a blood red moon right now?
Good question.
We spotted leech activity in the city, and we're not going to let it take hold at all.
The city.
What's left?
The
The
town?
town. It's incorporating. It will be something someday, but we're not going to let those kindred take over. No, not kindred. They do not say the term
The
kindred.
leeches?
Right.
The leeches,
Yeah, I
They will
understand.
not let those
Yeah.
leeches take over. They don't use the term vampire either.
Yeah, I've noticed. That's
You
why
should tell him. I want to.
not
You guys talking
Lestat
about vampires?
was not offended by me calling him a leech.
Lestrade?
Yeah,
Yeah. He's a vampire, not a leech.
because that's the term that they use, right? At this time.
Indeed.
Kind of not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's not wrong, but I thought it'd be more insulting comparing him to a parasite.
It
you know,
does
but
seem more so, yes.
kind of disappointed that it wasn't more insulting, I'm going to be honest. You're helping us.
Shall we help them?
I think we should.
Kid Cat.
If we can.
I
And
don't
if you
think
want
there's
us.
time.
Oh, we have
So we
nothing
just leave
but
you
time,
here?
my friend. We have nothing but time.
We leave you
As
here
you
to fight
say
this?
that, the six of you all get debilitating stomach cramps.
More
Ah!
poops.
Yeah, with the shits here. They come
I
again.
shouldn't drink that water.
Where's your guys' outhouse? Bathroom facilities?
What's a bathroom?
Oh, God.
Where do you guys poop?
I shift to
I'm pretty
lupus
sure-
and I go find a bush.
I didn't say you had to poop. I just said you had a stomach cramp.
Oh, man. I'm just
pretty
saying.
sure bears.
I
go
don't
in
want
the
to not be
forest.
near a toilet. I want to know where a toilet's at when my stomach's cramping.
Oh man,
Especially after everyone just pooping in this lake. It seems.
I'm not sure if I need to poop, even though God said I didn't. He didn't say we had to. So I shift to Lupus and I go and find a bush and I do that back arching thing dogs do, where they get their front and back paws together real close.
Okay, that was a
I
really
never thought
descriptive
about
version
that.
of going poop.
That's how dogs poop. That's how dogs poop.
I'm just gonna shift into Lupus. Too. I never even thought about that. Oh.
Um.
I want to do that thing too, where I kick it really hard with my back feet, just shoot everywhere, like I'm trying to.
Oh
suck
my
at what I'm doing.
goodness.
That whole mess that they fucking do. I want in on that. My last chance. We're almost done with Werewolf, fellas.
I shift back to Hamid after finishing my business.
And
And-
look on your face.
I'm sorry. I shift back to Hamid and I do like a couple of kicks back in Hamid form. And I walk back over and I apologize for the indecency. And then say, if you don't believe that there's time, we'll go. But if you want our help, we're at your service.
We fought us a leech or two.
And it may be ones that you're familiar with, or that we're familiar with, is what I mean to say.
Yeah, we already spotted one that exists in our time, and she's here.
If you're from
We
the
scratched
future,
that. Too.
we can't have you risk you doing anything else that threatens your future.
So in our future, there's this movie series that comes out called the Marvel Cinematic
movie?
Universe. It's a moving picture.
Like a storybook you read over the fire, but
Yeah. Have you heard of the zoetrope? It's new fantastic technology that spins and makes a horse look like it's running. It kind of is like that.
it's
She
cool,
doesn't
actually.
look amused at all of this.
She should be. That shit's black magic.
So, but our belief is that your timeline is safe from our timeline. The actions that we've taken make no
belief.
difference in our future.
Your belief. Do you have any proof of this?
Not yet, but we'll find out.
Proof's in the pudding, and then I'm gonna make pudding. Everybody.
And at the end of the day, it would only affect our future and not your current one. You don't know what's to come.
Go open the moon bridge. We'll
Understood.
deal with the blood red.
I
She says
think
that.
I
think you just got told to get the F out.
Yeah. I'm picking up on that.
The four of them, the elderly indigenous woman, Winterheart, and the two other hispos, lead you toward the center of the island. You've been here before. Everything looks for this part of Lake Blackwater looks eerily familiar. It's not as crumbled as it is in 2025 because it's only 100 years old. A lot of the fortress still stands, but it's very familiar. The trees might be a little bit smaller that are built into that are in there, and there might be different trees, but it's all very familiar. It is the Forgotten Island cairn. It still hums with power. And as you stand at the ancient cairn heart, a crumbling courtyard of stone and moss, under the bruised purple sky of twilight, the spirit of the island thrums through the air, slow, reverent, strained, as if reality itself is holding its breath. A circle of standing stones, cracked and half buried by time, forms a ritual space around a shallow mirror-like pool at the island's center. The moon above is swollen, full, achingly close to red, glowing silver red white behind veils of mist. You're at the heart of the cairn, Elwyn. I have the mechanics of the ritual pulled open. Do you?
I do not. I don't remember what I have to do. I know I've got Rite of the Opened Cairn.
Right in the open
That's
bridge.
wisdom.
Yep. So you have to do the
And
first
then-
one first.
That's wisdom plus occult versus the difficulty.
Yep.
Get it.
Um,
So
Feel
I
free to
want you
put
to
your own spin on it.
improvise, but as you're
Exactly.
beginning, the cairn groans beneath your feet, not in pain but in anticipation. The air feels thick, heavy with forgotten premise in the ancient songs, Elwyn Bell steps forward, holding aloft the token of your journey. A relic of the Pax bond, woven in spirit and story. You kneel at the pool, the mirror of water reflecting both your face and the battered figures of your packmates behind you. The words of the rite rise in your throat. A prayer to Luna, to Gaia, to the memory of the world you left behind. But before the first syllable leaves your lips, the water shivers, then fractures. From the broken pool, rising like a storm made of sand and silver light, comes a towering figure. A spirit of twisting hourglasses, of clocks unwinding, of moons eclipsing suns. The time paradox spirit, the last chain tethering you to the wrong age. Its voice is 1,000 echoes speaking at once. You do not belong, children of rage and sorrow. Your past is a shattered promise. Your future is not yet earned. Prove you are worthy to rewrite the sands.
What must I do?
That's your reaction? What must I do? Wildwood, what do you do?
I was going to shush him and tell him my boy's trying to concentrate.
What must I do to define my worth?
Worth is irrelevant. Your timeline is gone. You are all that remain of it. You will be erased with it.
I reject that. I reject you. You know nothing of what's to come and where we're going. You're a relic of the past. Won't you find your way back into the crack of that pool? Become one with the song in the blood.
While you're saying that, Orion and Morwen both shift to Krynos and leap over you, attacking the hourglass. Song of Ashes, what do you do? Elwyn, what do you do? Shadowheart, what do you do? Elwyn, you still feel that you have to perform. You still have to perform the ritual.
Yep.
Right, we need to get this ritual.
I'm just gonna begin to roll for my ritual here while they have the initial distraction going
Remember,
on.
if you're doing it under a situation that's not ideal, you take a -2 to this.
Can I help him be like not distracted by this?
Do you know the ritual?
I know the ritual as well. Yes.
You bought the ritual?
I actually taught it to him. I got it first.
Oh, excellent. Yes, so you may add a dice. So you may add a dice to his dice pool. Shadowheart, what are you going to do?
What's my difficulty, by the way, before I do this? And obviously, I'm going to wait until you get done with Shadowheart.
And at the very least, initially, I'm going to point to the hourglass thing and be like,
Oh,
woman!
yeah.
Woman!
I like that.
yeah.
That's gotta get the hourglass. That's just mockery. Love it.
Yeah, whatever the heck that thing is. That shape. Okay, so I'm already in Hispo. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Dog ghost.
I'm just dealing internally with what we're about to deal with. I'm just like...
I thought we were going to go about it one way, and then of course Ryan jumps over my neck, penis in the air. Here we go.
Yes. Morwen roars a challenge, shifts to Krynos, striking at the hourglass limbs of sand. Orion steps forward, invoking his renown, shouting defiance. Our rage is our legacy. We choose our time. And flies over Elwyn Bell. Orion plants a charm on the ground, a ghost touch device he's created at the stone's base, reinforcing Elwyn's ritual space against disruption. He's giving you another +1, ignoring your penalty. So you'll be at your full wisdom plus occult. Difficulty is 3 plus the Cairn's level, which is 7.
What's the Cairn's level?
It's a total 7, difficulty of 7.
And
I need to get 7 successes on one roll.
Not in one roll, no.
It's a
3. It's a
chain.
course of
It's
3.
over
Yeah.
3 turns.
Right.
I'll keep
and
him off. I'll keep him off.
Well, you have to roll rage
just do
every
your
time.
thing.
You can get a brutal failure each time.
It's all rage.
It's not all rage, but you have.
Okay.
You're at
It's my
rage
2
right now.
rage.
yeah,
Two rage
and
currently.
Elwyn
believe
and
in
I
you.
are currently at 2 rage, right? What?
You're at 3.
If someone would like to remove rage, no, I'm kidding.
give
Don't
him
do that,
rage.
chat.
No, I can
No.
I can remove rage. I was questioning whether or not I needed to.
It
Just
would
note,
stop me
chat,
from being
when
able
he
to get a
smiles
brutal
like that-
failure.
If he tells you to do something like that, and then he smiles like that, chat, don't do it.
Um.
Know what I'm
Okay. So I'm going to attempt a Song of Serenity.
Ashes knows that too.
Oh, dude, hell yeah, I'll get in on that.
So
Go on
I've
in.
got a 2 and a 2.
Can I just lend her a dice? I have it.
No, because you're lending a dice toward.
Oh yeah,
Can't lend dice.
Nope. It's one
Damn
action.
it.
you're helping me.
I believe in you.
I'm howling my best howls.
Oh,
That's a pretty damn good howl.
That's a pretty good house. Song's ready. So lose 1 rage.
okay.
Nice. That's a
Okay,
group
so-
thing, right?
so-
I lose a rage.
Yeah,
Good thing. The whole
everybody
group loses a
loses
rage.
one.
You lose a rage.
Hell yeah,
yes.
nice work. Nice
I can't
work.
roll a brutal failure now, so that's the good news.
Okay, so the hourglass goes first
Of course it does.
because it's fighting off the 2 Krynos who are jumping
Yeah,
at it.
what's Orin doing?
Orin dropped
He's
the charm.
planted.
He planted.
Yeah,
a
he
charm
planted
on the
a charm for me.
He
Oh,
planted
tight,
a charm
right,
to
right,
help
yes.
Nerdwire. So Nerdwire, for the hourglass, is going to try to blast you with temporal energy.
With the other people already there, okay.
Yes.
Can I step in the way?
No, because you've given a
Interpose.
You've already given you're aiding in the ritual.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm very unhappy with 3DD Dice's performance tonight.
It's been kind of weird.
It has been kind of weird.
Oh, I'm happy
Ooh.
with DD Dice right now, though.
All right.
What do I need to do?
You don't need to do anything. You're too busy. You can't dodge. You're too busy
Oh.
doing your ritual. So you take 2 superficial damage as it blasts you with temporal energy. Now
Okay.
I want you to roll your occult plus wisdom.
Plus the bonus.
Well, the
Nice.
bonus is the bonus negates the negative you had.
Okay.
Because the negative is a -2. You get a +1 from Wildwood, and you get a +1 from Orin.
Okay.
Yes.
That's 6.
That's 6 successes at one. Okay, so as you begin the process, actually, since you did take superficial, I should have had you roll another rage in there, but that's fine. You do have 2 rage now, so add your 2 rage.
Dang it! Okay.
But don't roll again. Don't roll again. I'm not going to make you roll again.
Okay,
As you begin
okay.
the ritual, you get a sudden burst of power. Initially, you're not sure if it's from the blood red moon or what, but you feel the power coursing through you as this hourglass is fighting off Orion and Morin at the same time as they're ripping and tearing into it. As you're blasted by temporal energy. Song of Ashes, you are aiding him in the ritual, performing the ritual with him. And Tinderly, you are howling, giving them serenity, making it easier for them to perform these rituals, siphoning the rage off of them as you go. The hourglass suddenly stops its assault, no longer firing temporal energy. As it shifts the time frame around you, the images of the island around you begin to shift. And you see a war-torn Middle Eastern city. signs of the future, symbols of the future. You see trucks driving by, explosions. Elwin, you're pretty sure you see someone you recognize drive by in the back of a truck momentarily. A woman that you recognize from one night of cooperation. And then it shifts and it stops. And you're surrounded again by the island as the temporal energy flows over you again. It fires another round at you. It's attempting to stop you from performing the ritual.
Okay.
Keep focused, Elwin. Close.
Okay.
Oh, would you like? I think you should prefer to attempt to dodge this and stop performing the ritual this turn, because that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna attempt to dodge this. Dexterity and athletics, right?
Dexterity and athletics, yes.
Can I try
boy.
to hold the ritual? Can I try to hold it in place?
You may.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You get hit, and you will still take 2, so 4, 5 superficial damage as you're blasted by temporal energy as you continue the ritual. But yes, you may still continue if that's what you want to do, Wildwood. You may still continue.
I don't want him to lose progress. At least I'll try to hold it in place. I'm not as talented as
teamworking him.
Yeah.
Elwin, make your check.
Same roll I did before.
Same roll you did before.
There's another 4.
You got 4 successes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you did it. I didn't expect it so quickly. As you finish the ritual, you say the words, and a large beam of light flies down from the sky, from the moon, bathing everyone in a silver, burning light. You feel the presence of the things in the blood that was in your body, Elwin, burning away. The entire presence gone. You've opened the moon bridge.
Yes.
That's all you've done.
Yes.
You have your path stone. The moon bridge is open. Where are you going?
Away from this hourglass. I can assure you of that.
We need to try to gather everyone.
Yeah. So where did this hit? Where did this beam of light hit in proximity to me and to the rest?
Top of you.
So
Okay.
I'm right next to
One
him.
final price must be paid. One thread must be unraveled. A memory, a bond, a piece of the self.
I don't. From me?
I will send you home. I will complete your ritual.
Who?
I hear this voice.
You see suddenly, down the end of Path of the Light, you see a ruined Lake Blackwater, completely devoured by corruption. And it shimmers to a triumphant cairn, guarded by new wolves, yet unborn. And then you see images of each of you, older, broken, decrepit. Then you see different periods of your lives. You see Morwen, a housewife, being beaten by a husband. Orion, degrading himself on camera. Shadowheart, being left out by her pack, not fitting in. Elwin, you see someone you don't remember, a woman with another man. Song of Ashes, you see a child, lonely, looking for a parent that they'll never see again. You see flashes of what could be, the future that isn't, the future that should have been, a maybe futures you never wanted, but they all appear. And the hourglass speaks again. One final price must be paid. One thread must be unraveled. A memory, a bond, a self.
Is he the only one hearing this?
No, all of you are.
Okay.
Do we each owe this price or only one of us?
Is one of us the price?
The price is yours to pay. We're going to take a slight 1 minute and 20 break because this is important. And I'm going to let these ads play out, and we'll come right back and let everyone think about this for a second.
All right, I'm just saying chat. Trying to think.
I saw that. No. Keyword savior.
Chat.
Keyword savior.
The wife backed it quick. She came in with an easy fix on. Like this is good. That was quick thinking. Is basically what we got here. To be fair, I mean he's like a porn star and stuff. He'd be a good sacrifice to have.
Nobody miss him. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying he'd be like entertaining, like to have your own like or trade. I could play some
A
music.
third. A third.
They're only 5%.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah,
They
no
are
joke.
weak.
APV is
I
small.
have to
It's
drink
so
all
small.
6 of them.
Hate it when the PP is small.
Strike is
Alcohol
ended.
per volume.
All right, so where we left off, folks, the hourglass had stated, one final price must be paid. One thread must be unraveled. A memory, a bond, a piece of the self. Each PC must choose to sacrifice a memory, personal backstory, a bond, or a dream. Sacrifice a gift or right. Lose a supernatural ability. Examples for controlled NPCs. Morrowind sacrifices a memory of home. Orion sacrifices his pride. Orin sacrifices a gift related to technology, humbling himself before spirits.
I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up my sight from beyond.
Gift. As you say the words, you feel part of your spirit ripped apart from you. Part of your very fabric is if something that completed you, a puzzle piece, is removed from your very being. Song of Ashes.
I don't know. I thought it'd be interesting here if what I gave up was Mother Winterfang as a. But I don't know if that work. That could be a pretty deep part of my character. But in some way, she may not even exist when we get back. So giving her up may be totally part of everything.
Well, I can reiterate again of what you can give up, if that helps.
Okay.
Where'd it go?
Memory.
Sacrifice a
gift.
memory.
Well, it'd be a
personal
memory. That's what I
backstory,
was
a
saying.
bond or a dream.
That'd be a bond,
Sacrifice a
too.
gift. Temporarily lose a supernatural ability. Sacrifice rage. Don't worry about that one. Cut that one out.
Can't
It'd be
do
a
that.
bond.
Can't
I
do
mean,
that.
bond or memory. It would be Mother Winterfang.
All right.
I was curious if she was going to exist when we got back. After all,
All right. So we remove the mentor from your character sheet. All right.
Potentially remove her completely. May not even remember her. I don't know how time works in your in your game.
Tinderly, what are you willing? What memory or ability are you willing to give up? Something
The new
important,
suit.
or a touchstone?
You said dream.
Yeah, or dream. Yes, I did say dream.
I'll surrender my dream of ever being able to go home.
Poignant. A towering spiral helix of silver light. Not anchored to any distant place, but rising upward into the night, filled with stars both old and new. The hourglass spirit dissolves into starlight. The past releases you. The future welcomes you. May your howl be heard across all time. As the moon bridge opens and reveals a path to you. A kaleidoscope of time, the six of you enter the path, the bridge, and you take your first step across, and you zoom and you move, and your bodies transport yourselves across time and space until you're front and face and center of a giant bird. Standing before you. With a monocle in its eye. Tuxedo on its breast. And a top hat on its beaked head. It looks upon you. It says, you must pass. You must answer the question. And answer it truthfully. What am I?
I'm kidding. I'm not shifting the greenness.
I'm just sweating. I'm visibly sweating.
We have 3 times to answer this?
You have 1.
We know the answer. I'm gonna be honest, man. My ego about this. I'm fixing to say bird, and all 6 of us fucking suck here.
No.
I'm just saying, my man. I'm just this goddamn bird.
Awkward.
Say it. Go ahead. I authorize it. When we talk about this story, though, I want all 6 of us to be fucking clear. We get asked about this story in the future.
Don't hold it.
We did not say this word.
Okay.
So, when we tell the story around the campfire, you know what word we did say.
Are an eagle in a monocle and a top hat.
It turns, it raises a wing, and lets you pass.
Can I give this bird the bird? Pass by?
As you
Give
step-
the bird
I want
the bird.
to be the last one to go through, and I want to do the bird and then dip through quick. No chance for him.
As the pack steps forward together, through the swirling light, through
You're
the
not
pain,
the last. You
the
go
hope.
together.
It's like a hollow victory. A hollow victory.
The pack steps forward together, through the swirling light, through the pain, the hope, the endless song of the living world. The stars tilt, the earth shudders, and the island fortress is whole again. The cairn is alive. The wind carries your names, half forgotten, half remembered, but it sings them all the same. And as you step off the path, you're greeted by the sight of the bowkeepers and Mother Winterfang. And they stop what they were doing. It looks like they were celebrating something or other. And they stop. And Mother Winterfang approaches and ignores Song of Ashes. And looks
And
to
they
Nerdwire.
what?
Ignores Song of Ashes.
Oh, I thought you said and they gore Song of Ashes, and I was like what? Like, why would they kill him? Oh my god. Okay, they ignore Song of Ashes. I understand.
He looks to you and says, "Who are you?"
And I just blurt out, well, I'm pretty sure that this time you're Mother Winterfang.
And scene.
For real though.
Oh my god.
That's where it needed to end. Tenderly, that was perfect.
That was perfect. And your Mother Winterfang.
Yeah.
No, not end scene, but that would be great. Mother Winterfang looks to Tinder. She goes, "Yes, I am, but who are you?"
You don't remember any of us? Because I am visibly confused.
The Bowkeepers, Arwen steps forward. She goes, "We recognize you. Where have you been? We thought you were dead."
What year is it?
2025.
Perfect. I need a drink.
That's where we're going to stop. Right there.
All the final words are either "I'm pretty sure you're Mother Winterfang" or "I need a drink."
I need a drink.
I mean,
Oh
to
man,
be
post
fair,
credits stinger.
we made
It's
it.
just
We made it
Wildwood
to
sitting in the
25.
Bowkeeper's bar drinking absinthe.
drinking.
And hey, that quote was, "This time you're Mother Winterfang."
This time, you're Mother Winterfang.
This time, implying there had been other times, and that she wasn't Mother Winterfang then.
Nice little.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
man.
I want to thank everyone for sticking with us.
Dude,
For
yes.
all these weeks, sticking with us for Werewolf. But I want to talk to my cast for a second. I'm going to ask you guys, prepare yourselves. I'm going to ask you some questions because I've got you for a little bit longer, and I want to talk to you. I want to kvetch with you. I want to gush. I want to talk about some things. But I want to, before we go into those things, I want to talk about tonight. I'm going to start talking with Tindy. Tindy, tell me what you liked about tonight.
I don't know if it's so muchly that I liked it, but I like where I guess it will lead. For anybody who doesn't really remember about Shadowheart as being a wolfborn and getting abandoned by her pack and then coming into this pack who was already very well established and didn't really have the time to see to her well adjustment, and she didn't help with that any, and that all she wanted was just to be able to go back to her old life. She wanted to go back to the woods and be a wolf again, and everybody just kind of dismissed that as, well, that's impossible, so just whatever. But she never lost sight of wanting to just be a wolf again. And so to end it with her having to give up something that meant something to her.
Right.
I mean, that was like the only thing that really meant something to her, was if she just did whatever that was expected of her, she could just go back. And so to give that up means that she's going to be a different wolf, the next time that she ever gets seen. She's going to be illiterate, but she's going to be a different wolf. She still doesn't know how to read.
Tindy?
So I like her. I like being able to take and stretch out some.
I want to say being your storyteller really has been a privilege. It's been so much fun. Thank you so much for putting up. I know you came in a little bit late with us, And I haven't always been able to give you the focus I've always wanted to give you, because there's a focus I wanted to give you, and it didn't always work out that way, the way I wanted to. But I really appreciate that you came on and you did this with me. And it means so much to me that you brought your community with me and shared them with me and things like that. So thank you so much. And for Tindy's community who came along with her to watch, appreciate you. We really do. And it made me feel really good to be part of the cozy community.
Oh, we love
Nerdwire.
you, Zed, honey.
I want you to tell me what you liked about tonight. We're going to get back. I'm going to ask everyone what they liked about the Chronicle, but I want to focus on tonight real quick. Tell me about tonight.
Tonight had some really solid moments of everything. I mean, it kind of ran the gamut of all the emotions. There was that wackiness that like Ashes likes to kind of instigate a lot of times, and I liked that. There were some very serious moments, and I liked that. I liked that. Slowly over time, like I got really comfortable in Elwyn's skin and doing things that are kind of just like off the wall that like normally wouldn't do. And I like being presented with opportunities to do stuff that like completely is out of character for Elwyn. So like when you had that omen that Q-Work redeemed for and had me drink that water, like it was just like the Ivy mind control night where I got to throw myself into something that I know Elwyn normally wouldn't have done, but did it with full like commitment.
Full applause.
And I like that. I like doing that because it's kind of fun to just kind of break that up just a little bit to where it's like, okay, I'm getting to do something not completely in character and shift my play style immediately to I'm going to commit to doing this. So there was opportunities for committing to the bit that I really liked. I like that this was the first battle. I'm putting it in air quotes. This was the first battle that I feel like I came out doing something in a positive way.
Okay.
Almost the entire time, like my combat's not necessarily been all that great, you know? Like the big fight, I sat in the woods for most of it. And then I showed up like when we were fighting Mayor Hayes.
Yeah.
And then we had this big fight and like I was able to really use complete the gifts that I kind of built my character for in a way. In a very strong way to where like it was cool seeing you get surprised and it's like I didn't expect you to hit that fast. I was like me neither because normally I haven't been able to do that. I'm being asked in the chat, what about my wife? You know, that's a good question because I forgot her. It was ripped from me. It was ripped from me before. She meant nothing. So it meant nothing to me seeing that woman. And when you described it to me, I tried to put myself in that mindset because like I heard everybody else's memories described. And when you described it, a woman who's with another man, you feel like you should have a feeling there, but you don't know why. And I was like, I feel like Elwyn's just not really, it just over his head. And it allowed me to kind of desensitize, but Elwyn, I was very prepared when that hourglass said, you know, you need to give up something. I thought it was asking for a life. And Elwyn is so broken. Like he's given up the memory of his wife. He's given up on his religion. I was very prepared to be like, well, if we only have to give up one thing, let it be me. I was fully prepared to do that for the pack. And I like that I didn't have to do that. I like that there's opportunity for continuation.
Nice. Team Wildwood, tell me about tonight.
And tonight was fantastic, of course. I mean, it was all leading up to this. Go bad. I got to ride first class in my fine suit. That was about 3 seconds story arc. I did it.
It's the principle of the matter.
Exactly. I did it. No one could take that from me. Honestly, my favorite part though was Tinderly just walking straight up on all the Winterheart and just getting at her. Because honestly, like I was thinking tonight, weirdly felt like a classic old RPG where there was like 7 of us at the start, none of us had like a lot of personality, you know. At the first, you just get thrown these characters in your party and you kind of start to learn them. But we're like 16 sessions deep. We lost
More
people
than
along
that.
the way, but like Shadowheart and Elwyn and stuff here, they've been with us. The three of us have been together for a crazy amount of time doing this now. And like, she used to not even really be able to talk, and then she was shy around people, and then it was like you needed to get a lot of liquor in her for her to kind of come out. But today, the final session, you know, she sees someone, she looked familiar, and she just walked right up on her and just started questioning her. Like, we all have like evolved into these now fleshed out characters that you, at the end of an RPG, you have your team, your final three you pick to go fight the final boss, you know, and you're like, these are my three characters. They have the personalities I like. They work together. Like, Elwyn's going to close down the portal. Shadowheart's going to do the distraction. I'm going to back up the team as the leader and just try to make it happen. Like, it all played out like a movie or something supposed to here at the character development, and everyone became themselves and did their job and did their thing, and we made it back to 2025.
Fantastic.
Like, roll credits.
All right, now for the hard part. We're going to talk about the Chronicle as a whole. It was from my point of view, this started out with me buying a Humble Bundle, getting a bunch of books, and reading them, and being like, man, I want to run a game. I don't think anyone's going to want to play, but let me ask the Wildwoods. And then from there, I got everyone else involved, and we did it. And months later, we started this in November, folks, and here we are. And we've expanded beyond just Werewolf. We've run a Vampire Chronicle in between there. We got a Wraith Chronicle going on right now. We got another Vampire Chronicle starting. We got Avatar. We've got Marvel. We've kind of exploded in a couple different directions. And we've just been doing it. And this started it all. And it's kind of bittersweet. It's kind of bittersweet that it's over. We miss you too, Pete, man. We miss you too. Table's always open for you, brother. Table's always open for you. We got other tables coming. But let's talk about the Chronicle as a whole. I'm going to start with Nerdwire in this one. A little out of order, but I'm really interested in what he has to say because this is his first tabletop role-playing game ever. This is his first ending. I want to know what his experience has been like. So you have the floor for a couple minutes, brother.
So when I jumped into it, like Zed said, like I had zero experience with TTRPGs, and it was just something that I always really wanted to do. Like I liked the idea of Dungeons and Dragons and what have you, but I was kind of normie-ish when it came to that. Like my exposure to TTRPGs was equivocally just that, was Dungeons and Dragons. I had no clue about the greater world of that. And to have the opportunity to come and sit at a table with 8 of my best friends at this point. There's so many people that we've had the chance to play with, and be allowed to learn and be allowed to play and not feel like I'm not doing things, you know, by the book, or not feel like I'm not good enough, or, you know, not feel extradited in any way. Maybe extradited isn't the correct terminology. It's not, but it's the word I'm going to use.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to immigrate you or anything.
Right. I'm not being extracted. Extraction point. But, you know, it's one of those things that, like, I will tell you, I was 0% confident in my ability going into this. And as I got comfortable with my character, and as I got more comfortable with the rules and knowing the book and knowing how everyone's kind of playing, it was really cool to be able to go, okay, I feel confident in this. And I feel like I could do this. So much to the point that, like, literally, like, Zed inspired me to run a game. And part of that was, you know, I watched him do it. I was like, man, Zed does such a good job. I want to try to do that. And to top it off, I wanted to do it to be able to let Zed play, because he had said on numerous occasions, forever a storyteller. And I was like, so I floated the idea of Marvel Multiverse, and I realized Zed was really busy, but I didn't want to wait. And I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to run one, and I'm going to let Zed play too. And, like, it's woken me to the greater world of TTRPGs, because if I hadn't done this, I wouldn't have realized that there was Marvel Multiverse or Wraith or Avatar or any of the other stuff that's getting ran. I didn't realize what this world was like. I thought it was Dungeons and Dragons and that's it. And it's been such a good exposure for me to get to know this stuff.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate all those props you just gave me. Ever since joining the Retroactive and hanging out with you, Wildwood, and everyone else, I wanted to find a way to give back to the community. I'm not the best video game player. I'm not a great artist, but this is how I reflect my art. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Tinderly,
It was really good.
your turn. Tell me about the Chronicle. Tell me what you've liked. Tell me about your interests. Tell me if it's worked for you.
First off, I'm really gonna miss Werewolf. I like the dark setting. I like the framework of Werewolf. So I really hope that everybody comes back together and we continue the story on, especially after I'm going to have to revamp who Shadowheart is now. So please let us all get back to Werewolf. I've enjoyed the Chronicle, and anybody who knows me knows that really, like, at my core, I hate what I refer to as box items, and that's things like gender, sexual orientation, any of those things. For me, I try to just categorize people as either good people or bad people, but it's been my drum lately about how girls don't participate in a lot of things. They stick to themselves, and ladies, if you're out there, let me explain something to you. My first time TTRPGing was back in the 90s, where I was doing D&D. And shocker, I was like just about the only girl in the group. And the guy who was DMing had a thing for me. Never mind the fact that I was dating a friend of his. And so he would like catch me not paying attention, and he would be like, okay, well, we're in town, so what is everybody doing? And I would be having a conversation with somebody, on the side, and he'd be like, okay, well, what are you doing? And I'd be like, I don't know, what is everybody else doing? We're just kind of like floating around in town. And he would then make me roll for whether or not anybody took advantage of me while not paying attention. And it's been a conversation that I've had, in the arena of playing TTRPGs. And ladies, I promise you, if you go out there and you set your boundaries, and be like, look, these are the things I'm not into, you can play these games and not have the guys be creepos. I mean, hello, look at the guys that I've been playing with every week. Not just this game. I mean, this group right here, I hang out with them all the time playing other things, and they're not creepos. You can totally do these things, and like I said, you can set your boundaries as to what you're comfortable with, both with your DM or even with the other players that you're playing with, and you can have a good time. So ladies, please join the group. Come hang out with us. Let's have some great storytelling and some great gameplay. I promise you won't regret doing some good old TTRPG.
I'll tell you what. I'm interested in running an all-ladies group at one point. I think that would be great. My experience and just no testosterone. I think we could run a great game. I think it would be hilarious.
No one shifts the Kranos in that game.
Exactly. Let's go.
And if anybody's interested, I've got an idea for a Twisted Care Bears game. It's not the Care.
It's a good time to advertise that right here, right now.
It is not the Care Bears, so don't think this is all cutesy fun or anything like that. This is going to be a dark Care Bear story where these Care Bears are going to have to learn to grow, because it's not the nice cushy world that they inherited. So if you're interested, please hit me up in our TTRPG Discord. I need players if you ever want to see that story.
Wildwood, I'm really
Yo.
interested in what you have to say. I consider you, all of you, Nerdwire Tinderly, great friends, but we hang out a lot. We really do.
Indeed.
We hang out a lot. I'm really interested in what you have to say about the Chronicle. Your opinion, all your opinions matters to me, but I'm really interested in what you have to say.
Well, man, I mean, definitely one thing I can give you props for immediately is I've been playing. Gosh, I feel like I've probably played a dozen TTRPGs in my time, but I think I've had more sessions in just Werewolf than probably like all of those TTRPGs combined. It was always a case of I made a character and like put a ton of work into it, and then we didn't even play a game because it fell apart, or I'd put a ton of work into a character and we'd play one game. Like maybe I got like 3D one time, but you know, you were like, hey, I want to do some TTRPG, and it was like, oh, here we go again. You know, someone wants to do some TTRPG stuff, and I always love whipping up characters. It's super fun, and in all of these systems, really, Avatar, everything, like the character creation, I'm a sucker for. So you know, I whipped up the character, and then I sent Zed some stuff, and he was loving it, and he was working off of it, and I was like, well, that's dope. I'll send him some more stuff. So it got to the point where, like, I had a lot of work in it. I was like, if this thing falls apart, I'm going to be irritated. But it did the opposite. We got so deep. Like, this is the first time where I got to, like, this is what you're supposed to do with the TTRPGs. You're supposed to have a story. You're supposed to finish it and all that stuff. And this is the first time I have legitimately finished a TTRPG session in my entire life. Yeah. Or, like, not even close did we ever get on any other one. We never even got to, like, what we thought was the final dungeon, or the story felt like it was coming to someone dropped off, and then someone else dropped off, and then we lost it. And you know, it's a tricky thing. Like, we even started with what were we at, 6 when we started? We lost half the crew. You know,
6, but through various lives. And I want to thank Haggard. I want to thank Sally. I want to thank Pete.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For dropping out.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Jesus
I'm kidding.
Christ, bro.
Damn,
no, I want to thank them for starting. We started off super strong, and they were great the entire time.
I mean, they were part of the story. They helped shape it.
I missed them.
They shaped the story.
That rage that came out is me communicating that I miss you. Come back.
But it's true. I mean, this is how it goes, you know. And you lost some people in Vampire. Heck, just always.
Yeah, but we one thing we learned to do, and I think as a group of streamers, we learned to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
The show must go on.
This is the first crew that felt like that. This is the first crew. People were like, "No, let's wrap this thing. Let's do it. We're
do this
invested."
thing." You know, I've had family shit come up in the middle of these games.
Yeah, which happens. You know, you just keep going. We didn't let that stop us. It's not like, oh, the campaign's dead.
I have really enjoyed running Werewolf for you guys. I've said this a million times. Werewolf is my first love when it comes to the World of Darkness. Vampire may be the thing that sparked that love, but Werewolf really opened it up to me. And I'm glad you all came back to me. But let's talk about the future, what we've got going on coming up, folks. Monday, Session 0, Saxon Age Vampires. We've got a lot going on. We put a lot of work into this. We've got 6 highly motivated players. And it's just amazing work done by the asset team. I've dubbed them the asset team. We are no longer just Commodore Z. We are Commodore Z Studios at this point. the amount of work is just ridiculous. I cannot take the credit for myself. The only thing I do is storytell. Everything you see around us is built by other people who seem to love tabletop RPGs as much as I do. And I'm really appreciative of them. So we've got Saxon Age Vampires coming. We've got the remainder of Wraith, which we will finish Wraith. I am super excited for Wraith.
I'm on vacation next Saturday.
That's okay.
Just a week from today.
That's okay. We know that then. Then we can just commit the next couple and we can power through it.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Light.
I am though. I want to get that show on the road. I want to keep doing it.
I want to get John Purple, Saris Harris.
If you want to keep, if you want to keep the algorithm flowing, we can do a little like -1 avatar session.
We could do a -1 avatar session.
You can go live and whatnot. Keep the algorithm
Keep
flowing.
the algorithm going. But you guys have just been, just phenomenal for me. For my mental health, giving me something to do. I just want to thank you and and appreciate all of you players. And I see the Blackwater Reapers up on screen, and that's something I never got to use. And I really missed that fact that I never got to use that, or really got to use the Second Sight Armory.
Well, we're not done here.
Or the Sheriff. We didn't use him too much.
Oh, he got used. He got used plenty, to the point that I almost flipped a table on him as we were walking out, really upset with him suggesting us go work for the Pinkertons.
Sister Beale, one of my favorite NPCs. Sister Beale.
I'm glad she's dead.
Glad she's dead.
Yeah.
There's Song of Ashes. There we go.
Oh man.
I don't look like that anymore though. I had to change my look.
Oh, there's good old Hayes.
That works in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we got coming next. I just want to look at these pictures. We did not use the theme park. We used that in Vampire. But I wanted that to be something we used in Werewolf. It just never came up. You guys have just been great. I just got to say. I don't even want to end stream. I'm too busy just jibber-jabbering at this point. Y'all tell some amazing stories. Thank you so much. Pitterate, stick around for more. We got a new one starting
Yeah, Pitt,
on
you
Monday.
need to join us.
And definitely join us. Get attacked by the hourglass. Elwood two-shotted the ritual despite taking some temporal shots. Exactly.
I'm stuck in there, man. I'm stuck in there. I was like, that was a big hit. I was like, oh my god.
That was definitely a big hit, but it was halved.
Yep.
Oh, 5 XP for everybody.
Yeah, there we go.
Still giving XP.
Because we're still going to be using these characters someday. We got to come back and use them.
I want to revisit the character for.
Not to cross promote too much, but the 28th is the return of Marvel Multiverse as well. I have room at the table for one more hero.
Join us.
So if you would be interested in participating in like a story arc of 5 episodes as a hero, please come and join. It's going to be a lot of fun. The story arc is called Dynamite. For those out there wondering what it is going to be about or what it's going to be like, it's set in the Marvel universe. There will be lots of superheroes from Marvel that'll show up. Of course, supervillains from Marvel that will show up. The storyline is imagine Jurassic Park meets I Am Legend crossed with Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. That's what I would. That's the vibes we're going for here. So
I'm freaking excited. I'm freaking excited. And just to let you guys know, the Crippler has. I've already done the character sheet for the Crippler. And he's no longer looking to be called the Crippler. The Crippler was never his name. He's going by codename Recluse now.
Yep, it's not Spider-Man, even though we're pushing it.
I want it to be Spider-Man. What nights for Marvel?
Wednesday nights. We typically start around 8 o'clock, 8:30, somewhere in that ballpark. And I try to wrap up by midnight, 12:30, if I can. I know it's a school night.
But it's Mr. Biscuit's Angels.
Yeah. Mr. Biscuit's Angels right there. You could join. But you'd be joining Eastern Time, yes, Eastern Time. But you'd be joining Team Wildwood as Kung Fu Spaghetti. I am Tenderly as Mr. Biscuits. Our faithful storyteller up there as the Crippler. We have Sakura _ don't forget that _ as Dragoness. And then of course Nerded Art as Voltgeist. And I don't think I've forgotten anybody. We've lost Magnus. He's on the Bifrost. He's going off to do Thor stuff. Yeah. So we've got room at the table for one more hero.
Join us.
It is fun. Seriously,
someone type exclamation Discord to put in the Discord so people can join.
Is that the correct one?
Because I've already got the raid in our thing.
Gotcha.
She's too young. I can't stay up with you all.
Keyword, if you can join, do it.
Totally understand.
I understand, Pete. Boy. And that is totally okay. That's totally okay. Keyword, I need you to play Avatar, and I need you to play Marvel.
I need you to play both, too. I need to be, like, someone else needs to bounce off of my weird loony stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I bounce off your weird loony stuff swimming.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I am willing to do kind of like like a session 0 part 2 to help people make sure that they've got their character sheets balanced, or if you look to join, we can all group up and get through that as a
I
character
will
creation.
need assistance.
You got it.
Let's
You got
get
it,
some
lady.
shout outs for the players real quick. I've got a raid queued up, so I can't type anything in the thing. So let's get some shout outs for everyone in the all my players real quick. Then we'll get the raid. We're gonna go see Pure Blind Gamer tonight.
Nice. Fun.
He's
Get
on
some
tonight.
sleep, Pete.
Yeah, it's good to see him on. He doesn't look too elevated, so that's good.
Elevated.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
elevated myself. I'm on
Elevated.
my 4th Mountain Dew, which is fantastic. So I'm going to send us off. At once shout outs are done, I'm going to send us off. There we go. Everyone's been shouted out. And we're an ad break. Shit.
Hey, it's okay. Let them earn those 2 pennies you're gonna get on those ads,
Yeah, we're
and
gonna
then
wait for
send
the
them.
ad break to go out. Guys,
Oh,
thank you
man.
for doing this for me.
Thanks for doing it,
Realistically,
man.
I've asked a lot from you guys. I've asked a lot on a Saturday night, and you
I
guys
mean, hanging
have-
with my friends on a Saturday night is what you're.
Yep.
It is. It really is. But you guys have really come through for me, and I really do. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate all of this, and I hope we can keep doing it with different games throughout the years,
Oh yeah,
so to speak. So
I ain't
you guys-
going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. You guys have been great.
Honestly, it feels like Avatar is going to be more my speed. The goofiness I've been feeling come these Saturday nights, that'll lean right into Avatar, no problem.
Oh, Avatar is meant to be goofy.
Exactly.
Absolutely
Exactly.
meant to be goofy.
And Marvel too. Marvel can go be a serious.
This time
or as
it's gonna
goofy
be
as it wants to
wacky zany.
I'm fine with that. You know I am. I'm leaning in.
I needed dark and gritty and bright and colorful. That's what the people asked for, and that's what we're doing. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be a good time.
I got
Color
some stuff
comics,
planned.
baby.
We need to get together on my character building because I have some.
Yeah.
We have other dark places. We don't need
We don't need darkness everywhere we turn.
everywhere. No,
Right.
no.
We've
We've got dark
the
places, we need
darkness
happy
of
places.
Vampire. We got the light of Avatar. We got the grayness of Care Bears. It's going to be great. But here we go on the raid, folks.
Which is crazy. That's crazy. Gray Care Bears.
Stick with me while we build up this. All you viewers better get in there. I'm judging you. I'm watching you. I know how
Get
many
in
of
it.
you were there, and you better get in that raid now.
You do it. Use that dad voice. Use that dad
all
voice.
in there.
They are.
They
I
are.
think they are.
They are in there. There's
They're
no
all
raid
in there now.
message. You
They're
can
all
make
in
a
there
raid
now.
message.
Raid
I
and
Oh, woo!
raid.
Oh,
I mean, he's a pure blind gamer. He might not see it. Raid message. That's the raid message. Raid message.
Copy and paste
Perfect.
that bad boy.
Copy
guys.
and paste
Copy
that
and
bad boy in there. We're heading over there now, folks.
Spam it.
Perfect.
And 0 emotes.
Don't spam emotes. Yeah. Don't spam emotes. Here we go. Raid message.